Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. I'm just laughing at myself. Oh my goodness me!
I seriously, I know it's fun, but I don't understand how you still laugh every week. It's amazing.
What is interesting about this, Jeremy, is I was having a piss earlier. That's not the interesting thing you understand.
I was going to say you're leading with the non-interesting aspect
Burying
of this
story. The funny story earlier, Jeremy. I went for a piss. That's the end. And I was just thinking, when will I stop? I was just cleaning my teeth or something like this is me cleaning my teeth for whatever you want this mime to be. And I was like, will I ever stop laughing at that? And I thought I probably will. Tonight, we're done.
Tonight, I won't laugh.
I won't laugh.
I'll hold it together.
But the thing about it, one of the things you will learn if you didn't watch my stream yesterday is that I got part 1 of the vaccine, and I went out and said to various people, including my boss, it will have no effect on me whatsoever. It won't make any difference to me whatsoever.
And as you can now see, Alex is dead.
I do not feel tremendously well. I feel I woke up today feeling like really tired. I was quite chilly and cold last night. I was like, oh damn it, I am being affected by it. But as a result, I have to hold on. I got to switch off the dishwasher. It's fucking me off. It's fucking me off. Shut up.
Your level of stubbornness, I think, is carrying you through. It's like, no, I said I wouldn't be effective, and
I wouldn't be affected,
I'm not
so we're
affected.
And part of me wants to kind of like laugh at everything, do everything, come with 100%, 120% energy, boom, right out the fucking bat, bam. Pride meet fall. Yeah, well, I knew I would probably end up having side effects, but I think I remember seeing a bit of graffiti, and I won't be able to quote this correctly, but it was something like, it was talking about like prostate cancer or something like that, and it says
Sorry, can I just stop you for one moment there? Hi, gents. What comedy have you got for us tonight? Prostate cancer. Carry on.
And it said something like, most men won't do this. Don't die of stubbornness, or something like that. Don't die of stubbornness. And someone says, well, I'll do what I want, or something like that. And it was this piece of graffiti afterwards that just went, no, I won't. It's just like, no, we don't. And most men are stubborn. No, we're not. And I just really like this concept. So,
yeah,
I really enjoyed that. So
I'm right there with you, and I will be adopting a similar mantra tomorrow when I go for vaccine 2 in the morning, and then relaunch stream in the evening. I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I can still lift my arm.
I just love it. I really enjoyed saying to my boss, like, she said, you'll probably encounter side effects. I said, no, I won't. I'm just really stubborn like that.
Also, why didn't you use it to like get the day off today? Be like, yeah, side effects, can't do anything. Just bite.
That was my pride girth before a fall, because I said to her, like, you know, I can still work. I can still do it. She's like, well, if you're not feeling very well, I'm like, no, I'm fine. Let me
get. We differ. That is where we differ. If you can't do, bye.
Slam that
under the.
No, I've got a really incredibly good work ethic, and even through feeling ill, I just carried on regardless. Jeremy, you never know who's watching this podcast. So, welcome in to Don't Get Me Started, episode 47, as we creep ever closer to the 50th episode.
Indeed.
Do you want to muddy the waters and explain what you explained to me, or shall we just say that the 50th is...
I'm very happy to muddy the waters. Yeah.
Muddy away, old chap.
Technically, this is our 1-year anniversary show.
Woo!
Because our actual anniversary is May the 2nd. And obviously we're not going to broadcast on May the 2nd.
No.
We were almost broadcasting on May the 2nd. When you messaged me earlier and said, food crap, I'm like, do I need to talk to people and move things around and maybe do 2-minute warning tonight? And like, we do the thing on Sunday. And he was like, no, I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Smash out, get it done. No, I tend to I really, if I was feeling really sniffly, because I thought I'd get cold, sniffly, like I'd be like, fuck that shit. But no, I'm amazing. Everything's great. It's been a year. Congratulations. I mean,
indeed,
you know, just loving it. So we'll do a 50th.
I see what you tried to do there. Unfortunately, Twitch is a twat. Tried to do the Jez Hap, which is the name of the emote.
Yes.
And then P anniversary. You'd
I
have
like
to
that.
put a space in, or maybe a hyphen would do it. Try with a hyphen, see if that works. Don't know why I did that. I'll never do that again. Yeah, there you go.
Hey!
Happy anniversary.
Love it. We're all laying it down now. It's good.
Who knew a year later that the show would be completely fucking different, actually?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a different name for a start.
Yeah, it's in person.
Yes.
It's
it's got different segments.
It does.
It's 20% funnier, based on the
only 20.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't know what to say. It was pretty funny right out of the box.
It was pretty funny out of the box.
It was
an
iPhone, Jeremy.
Like our first 5 episodes, I'm actually really proud of. So if you do want to take a trip down memory lane, youtube.com/The Show, they're all there, every single fucking thing.
I think they stand up well. I've been watching a lot of them because I've been trying to pull clips out of them and stuff like that, which is something I'll do this weekend. But I'd sit there laughing. I'm laughing at myself. This is the best thing. I'm like,
this is the height of narcissism.
It is,
and I love it.
I do love it. Part of me, I say something and I'm like, that's a good joke. And I'm like, oh, Alex. But then at least I mean, I do feel if you're going to try and be a comedian, you've got to be able to judge what you think is funny and what's not. Anyway, welcome in. Rooster's coming in. We've got everyone coming in. Jaeger, Tamsin, Keris, Surak. One of the many forms of Mike. The other Mike. I know Hannah's here. Goblin's here.
At least someone finds you funny.
You find me funny.
Yeah, you really do.
I'm a delight. So anyway, here we are. In a week, I've got the vaccine and my arm hurts. Jeremy, my arm hurts.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only side effect I had from the first vaccine, but we had different vaccines.
I had the AstraZeneca.
Yeah, I had the Pfizer. Apparently, the Pfizer isn't as flu-y side effecty. It's more makes your arm want to feel like it's falling off.
Yeah,
side effecty.
I felt achy and cold and a bit shivery and just no energy. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I can't be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean that's my kind of natural
default position.
So I don't know whether that was the vaccine making me do that or just it's a Wednesday.
Fair enough. We better get into haps and naps because I can see that Rooster has put one and I want to mention it.
Shall we just go
straight into
it? A segment that has existed the entire year.
Yes, it has.
And this is happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
That's like me every day, says Risky. Welcome, Risky. Yeah, I mean, me too.
Astra made me ill for 36 hours. My friend is in a relationship with a girl called Astra, so that just sounds even worse. It's like, Astra made me ill for 36 hours.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, no, if you're under 30, you're not allowed the AstraZeneca one. Because in a very small segment of the population, it causes blood clots.
Oh.
So they just said, well, there are other ones, just don't have that one.
I'm not allowed the AstraZeneca one, says Hannah. Oh, okay.
Nap. Goddamn bees.
So what is it? What do you say? Do you want to just drift up a little bit? Because Rooster said he was mowing the lawn.
Which he seems to do a lot on a Friday. There
it is.
When you get chased by a swarm of bees. Well, the question is, have you brought the bees with you? Because they're potential viewers, man. Bring in the bees.
Bzzz.
I love bees. Bees are amazing.
Do you know what? For the longest time, Jeremy, I didn't know. I thought all bees looked like bumblebees. I didn't think there was another type of bee. But there are bees that look a bit like wasps.
Yes.
Do you know the bee I mean? Because
I do know the bee.
Do you know the bee I mean?
Yeah.
Because I thought
they're like massive. They look like wasps, but they're massive. Basically.
But they're massive. They look like wasps, but they're massive, and that's bees. For some reason, we were outside in someone's front garden, and for some reason the bees were all over the front garden. And I was looking down. I said, "Why are there wasps on your front lawn?" And they were like, "They aren't wasps. They're bees." And I said, "No, bees are like Tomty Tom. I'm a bee.
I'm fluffy.
I'm a fluffy bee." And they're like, "No, those are just bumblebees. Actual bees look like this." And for the longest, I was like 32 years old or whatever like that when I realized.
I was today years old
when I realized
bees
are actually just not bumblebees. There are other bees.
Yeah,
bees. The lawn is good for another couple of weeks. So you didn't do what Macaulay Culkin did in My Girl, where I think he gets killed by a swarm of, almost called it a flock of bees.
Macaulay Culkin's in other things other than
he was in a film.
Richie Rich.
He was in a film called My Girl, where he falls in love with another child. And gets killed by bees.
And the film I love, which name I've forgotten, he's in that too. Or is it his brother? Might be his brother. The video gamey one.
Oh.
With
yeah, I don't remember.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh yeah, okay.
There you go. I haven't seen My Girl. Never heard of it.
I never watched it. Alex, how did you not know what bees look like? Well, because I hadn't seen them. I'd only seen the Bumble version.
Let me guess who said that. Was it Jaeger?
Yeah. It's like because of the story. What happened was that as a child, I only ever saw the Bumble version. And if you went through your entire life only having seen one version and you never saw the other version, then you would never know there was a different version, would you? Jez not wearing a hat. They've all got on board. Did you see everyone's going on board with this not wearing a hat?
I'm not sure they're on board. They have noticed that.
They've said it. I have to say, I didn't notice it, which is weird.
Yes, always bees chatting. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm not wearing a hat. I didn't feel like it today.
No. Go to Dungeon S, Alex. They have rare bees there.
Sometimes the mood doesn't take me.
No,
today was one of those days.
But you're happy, aren't you? You're happy. I mean, you're not wearing any bears related.
I'm not. I made a point of. I went all bears last week, so
yeah.
I thought I'd go no bears this week.
But this is definitely the week for you to go all bears, wouldn't you say?
It is
because you're a happy bear.
I am a happy Bears fan. I'm not going to get into it too much because
we'll save it for another.
I don't think there are many, sports fans in the house.
Sports,
and I do have an entire show dedicated to that. But this is the greatest weekend ever to be a Bears fan. Let me just say that.
There are two reasons specifically why it's the greatest reason to be a Bear. Bear down, absolutely, yes.
Bears got a new quarterback who isn't called Andy Dalton.
Yes.
Which is nice. And the main bit of news I'm happy about isn't even to do with the Bears. It's to do with another team.
Yes, the Packers.
It's that Aaron Rodgers, quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, isn't going to go back. Because he's a stubborn crybaby, throw the toys out of the pram dickhead.
No, he
but
isn't.
Apparently I love him for it. Now, get the fuck out.
It is good.
He's going to have to retire to get out of that house. And he's going to have to pay them $11.5 million to retire. And I think he should do it. I'll contribute, I don't know, a tenner or something.
It is good. Oh man, my girl is the first one I genuinely cried my eyes out to. Yeah, a lot of
people. Has
people.
it got the song My Girl in?
Yes.
Good.
I mean, I never watched it, but I definitely know that it does.
My girl.
That's the song.
I once bought Karis a pig that sung My Girl.
Really? What, you trained this pig up from like a piglet all the way up and then brought it round to your house?
I did now, yeah.
I love that.
That's the story now.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Could it sing very well, or did it still sound a bit like a pig?
It sounded just like a recording of the song.
Unbelievable, the quality.
Because it was.
Just stick a thing. Doom, 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 doom.
I don't know if that's what a pig sounds like when you shove a USB stick up its ass, but I'm assuming.
I got sunshine. Yeah, well, that is Hap. So, yes, MJ Harmstone tunes out from Sports Ball, but tunes into the fact that, happy times.
I'm happy. I'm happy, Harmstone.
He's happy.
Doesn't happen very much. I'm usually a cantankerous twat.
Do you know how hard it's been to, not
now
live
I'm
with
a cantankerous happy twat.
How hard it's been to have to, knowing that, like, you guys got a bad quarterback, and you're like, this is total shit!
Yeah, absolutely nothing was going right. From the period of, even like when we made the playoffs last year, it's like, this is shit. Why the fuck have we made the playoffs? We're never going to get a good draft pick now. We're not going to win the Super Bowl, so what's the fucking point? And it was just a constant rant from like last August through to yesterday. And even this morning, when I woke up and went to watch the draft, Matt had messaged me, and all it said was, you're going to be so pissed off with the Bears pick. I'm like, fucking hell, they drafted Mac Jones. Fuck's sake. All right, let's watch this fucking shit. Come on. And I'm just there stewing, going, all right, yeah.
Did he send you that?
Yeah.
I would never have sent you that.
Yeah, I know. And he's like, and then they like, the Bears have traded with the Giants. They've traded down to 11. I'm like, okay, here it fucking comes. Here it fucking comes. And then, as they announce the pick, I literally yell and like jump out of my seat, and Hannah freaks the fuck out, and she's like, "Daddy, stop shouting!" I'm sorry, Hannah, I'm happy.
See, I've learnt, and this is a good lesson for spoilers. I don't like spoilers.
I don't like spoilers. Yeah, and I
I was
like
super
even less. I like even less people going, this won't spoil anything, but I'm like, no.
Don't say anything.
Fuck off. I'm an intelligent person, and whatever you put, regardless of what it is and whether you perceive it to be not spoilery, my brain will go dink donk, dink donk, dink donk, dink. Spoiler. There it is.
Yeah. I'm probably going to catch up with some of this in a moment. What I'll say quickly is, if I had sent you a message this morning that said, "Did you watch the draft?"
Yes.
Your brain would go, "Something happened at the draft." Wonder what a thing of note is Alex trying to get at? Oh, we probably moved up and picked someone. And that would be enough of a spoiler. So if I'd have sent you a message in the morning and said, have you watched the draft? So instead, I just went, hello. Hey. I said hello and waited for you to tell me.
Yeah.
And even when you said, I still clarified. I was like, so you're telling me you know. Right, now we can talk about it.
You're telling me you are on at least pick 12. Yes.
Thank you for that information. Now we will... I'm super careful. Anyway. Hello, Reese.
Yes. Here endeth the sports ball talk.
Yes, let's talk about
You may now
that.
tune back in.
Let's go through all these various bits and pieces that we said.
Apart from this statement, because it's funny. Crybaby bitch, keep him away from the Surface Pro. Yes. Anyway, bye Rogers. Haha, fuck you. Next.
Kamen Rider, welcome in. Thank you very much for coming in.
Sup, mofos. Nice.
I have a massively boring meeting all day Tuesday, and me and my mate have hired a goat to join after lunch for the bants. Do you mean Tom Brady is coming in on Tuesday? Oh my god, I'll come over for that.
Can you hire a...
Is that goat?
A goat? Not just a goat. Jackie the stunt goat.
Inquiry minds want to know. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Yeah, I'm going to need video, I think.
Yeah. I need to know more about stunt goats.
Yeah.
You and everybody else in this
If it's
stream.
a stunt goat, can you like make it target people and just headbutt people at will? Because goats like to headbutt people, right? And eat things. That's what I know about goats.
If it's a stunt goat, can it jump over like 16 buses in a row like Evel Knievel?
Give it a skateboard and just put some sunglasses on it. It can leap over all the cars in the car park.
You can absolutely hire a goat to join your meetings.
But an actual goat, not like a virtual goat for like Zoom meetings or whatever.
An actual goat. They got My Girl on Rocksmith. It's getting played tonight. That's right. Bruce will be playing tonight. I think 1 a.m. I think. I got sunshine. I feel I could do a good version of that. It's quite a nice song.
So what's the haps for tonight?
Well, the haps for you is new
sports.
Quarterback and fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. The hat for me, and there should be a hat for absolutely everybody, is it's bank holiday. Mofos, it's the bank holiday. Bank holidays come 6 times a year. Days of enjoyments to which everyone cheer. Hooray!
Doesn't really affect me very much.
No, but I love it. I'm a big fan of having three days. I was thinking, I've got some stuff to do on Saturday, got some stuff to do on Sunday. Maybe I'll do some stuff on Monday evening. And then my friend was like, well, good news, obviously, because we've got a 3-day weekend. I was like, shit, of course.
I do
it's
like
the
saying
beginning of May.
3-day weekend, which is why I said 3-day weekend in the promotion for this show today. Because I like saying 3-day weekend. Woohoo! 3-day weekend!
Yes, indeed. They missed a few chat ones. What did we miss? What did I miss? Yeah, well, we could go back up.
We can't catch it all.
I mean, no,
Either say it again or it wasn't important.
Yeah. Which it's hard to kind of keep everything together. We do try.
I mean, it's a real goat, but a virtual meeting.
Ah, okay. So who gets the goat in their house? Hey,
I assume
Lozzie.
the goat doesn't move, and it's the people that own the goat, and they just put it on a camera. That's not as interesting.
That makes sense. Okay,
that's
fair
not
enough.
as interesting.
COVID ruins the fun again.
Hello, Lozzie, welcome. Just got home from Scuba.
Scuba?
What, the shitty dive bar?
The
over
terrible
there?
bar that does karaoke on a Wednesday and it doesn't anymore. Well, welcome in. We're here chilling out, haps and naps.
We did karaoke there once.
We did.
That wasn't
Yes,
very
we did.
good. I chose the wrong song.
Rocket Man burning down. I don't know. Well, no, what song? Do you remember what song you did? I didn't do Rocket Man.
I did.
It's my job to complain.
Not Mary Had a Little Lamb.
That's Gotcha, somebody that I used to know.
That's the one.
I named that tune.
Yeah. Which apparently I need to be absolutely stone cold sober to do, otherwise I just can't.
Do you know what? That seems like
hold it.
Didn't want to cut me off. That song is kind of like if you've just broken up with someone and you're pissed off with your ex And because you're like happily married, it struck me as a kind of a strange.
I couldn't channel it.
You couldn't
No,
channel.
I don't really care about that shit.
No,
I'm usually alright
I
with
feel
that,
like confident that I could. Whatever the words are.
Featuring Kimbra, indeed. Yeah, can't forget about Kimbra. My mate tried to hire a goat for a meeting before, and it was double booked. So they brought a donkey and a bonus apology chicken.
What the fuck is going on in these?
Did you get to cook the apology chicken? Otherwise,
Where
what's
do
the
you
point?
work that like you keep going? Okay, guys, what animal should we get today? Oh, Lozzie is a bit bladdered. No kidding. So Lozzie, you went to a beer garden, Scuba's beer garden. You've been drinking. Fair enough. That makes sense.
I haven't been drinking.
3-day weekend. How are people still getting excited about extra days off? After 2020, I'll be begging people to let me work and get out of the house. Are you fucking kidding me? I still want to work. I don't want to work. I mean, wait. I was saying earlier, I really do like to work. Good point, Carmen. Good point. Why would I want to do it? No, because days off are useful.
I am a company guy. I love the work
that I do. I want to get out into the world as much as the next person, and I, you know, as far as I'm concerned, especially when we're trying to do bits and pieces of the stream, it's good to have a fucking extra day. Because when you're working and trying to stream, you're trying to do both, you've got no time. So I'm a big fan. Who doesn't want days off, you madman? It's like, do you know what? I'll have any of your days if you don't want them. I take it Scuba's a bit of a dive then. Scuba is not
It's not the diviest of dives, but it's, you know, it's not upmarket.
It's Goblinization Day. Is it?
What?
And what is Goblinization Day? Does that mean people are becoming goblins?
I assume it's an American thing because she used a Z.
Yes.
And only Americans use
I should
Z.
say Goblin Tea Power is well up on grammar and spelling and shit, and frequently picks me up on it. So I frequently use the wrong your, which is always amusing. And
it's never amusing.
Never fails to get a rise. But
I'm going to put people that can't use the correct your, and there, and there in the fucking sea.
I can use it. I just sometimes don't because it amuses me. Oh, it's Shadowrun. Okay, it's a role-playing thing. Okay, cool. You get paid for being off work. What's not to like? Exactly, right?
And some people don't. Me, for example.
Oh my god, Tamsin's like the greatest person ever. They must know they're a dive. They called themselves Scuba. Fuck me. I'm just, honestly, it's just so good. The level... I just, honestly, part of me thinks that what should happen is... I say it here now. You write the jokes, I'll perform them. Honestly, you just give me a...
Write his routine.
Write my routine, I'll perform it, because that's quality shit.
And I mean, you're not that far off from being able to get back out on the stage, I don't think.
The writing bit is boring. The speaking is the good bit.
June, July? That's probably where you are.
Oh, that's such a good joke. That's a
back
really
some
legitimately
stand-up.
excellent joke. Yeah, you... By the way, there's some guy I know who just does one-liners. I've never been a one-liner comedian.
No, I hate one-line comedy.
But some people absolutely adore one-line comedy. And something you're meant to learn when you start stand-up is to try... This is what Tim will say, and other people say, is try on different hats. So you kind of... If you're a storytelling comedian, which
I definitely do that.
I know you do that. I said do. But I'm a storytelling kind of anecdote-y comedian. But other people do kind of observation stuff, and some people do one-liner stuff. And you're meant to try and do... I've never tried being a one-liner, but like, I think maybe Tamsin could do me an hour of one-liners, and I'll just kind of like fucking crack them out.
I mean, the only kind of one-liners I dig in comedy is like a Rodney Dangerfield kind of like... The economy's so bad, blah, 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 you know?
I like that stuff.
That kind of stuff's good.
Yeah, I was watching some of him the
When
other
it's
day.
the same kind of joke.
Yeah.
He popped into my mind because I watched the episode of The Simpsons that he is in.
Yes.
Is he dead now?
I think he is dead.
Yeah, I think he is.
I got a groan on the podcast this week from one-liner. People do... Well, that's the thing. Sometimes one-liners can be groan-worthy, but sometimes they can be really, really good. Well, something we can think about. Maybe.
Carmen, I just got back from a week in Manchester. I'm sorry to hear that. To be honest, that's Nap. Yeah, okay. Wish I was still there, but Hap, it was a good time. I'm sure the company was wonderful.
I was speaking to someone on Twitch the other day, and I was like getting to chat to them because I went into Monta's stream, Jake's stream, and this woman was in there, and she said to me, "Are you older than me?" And I said, "Probably." And she said, because everyone here, I think I'm the eldest, and I don't like that. And I said, well, how old are you? And she went, I'm 32. I said, I am older than you. She's like, hooray. And then she followed me. Easiest follow ever had.
Hey,
So
I need to find this person. I'm older than them too.
That's
I hear you follow people that are older than you. I am 107. Oh, cool.
So then I watched her doing this stuff, and she comes from I could tell she had a northern accent. Couldn't tell where it was. I said, where are you from? She's like, I'm from Manchester. I said, I've always wanted to pop up Manchester. Apparently it's quite a nice night out, apparently. And she was like, no, you go into the town centre, you get stabbed up. And I was like, oh, really? And it's interesting to see Carmen immediately come up with like a similar, like, no, you don't want to go to Manchester. I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah, no. We went there good 10, maybe 12 years ago for a, like one of those like barbecue meat festival type things.
Oh, yeah.
Grill Stock, I think it was called. And it was cool then. It looked like the city was on its way back up and that things were developing.
Yeah.
I drove through there either last year or the year before, and I'm like, well, that development ended and crashed and burned, literally. Like, so many dishevelled, broken down old buildings, nothing happening at all. So unless they've turned it back around again, fuck Manchester.
Well, I don't often get up that way. A one-off one-liner is great. A string of them is tedious. The thing about these people that do this, they do just go one-up. They just fire them. I watched this guy who did it at Live at the Apollo, and actually I thought all his one-liners were really good. And he was like, bam, 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 like a machine gun. One-liner, laugh. One-liner, laugh. One-liner, laugh. And it just goes on like that. And I couldn't write that. Actual jokes, I could not probably write, or jokes with a punchline like that. I tend to just tell stories which have an amusing... I don't know why I'm doing this. An amusing passage of interesting events. Amusing stuff.
Large arse I can grow.
You know me.
You went to a meat fest. Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
It was Grill Stock, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Reese, you and Reese.
That's right. Yes. And got some of those weird glasses that you feel like you shouldn't be able to see out of because they've got writing all over them.
But you
can.
Isn't Manchester the place with that psychotic football team? I don't think
It's got two football teams in that all of them are pretty psychotic in the Premiership, at least.
I don't think that they
money.
are psychotic. I don't think their team. I don't know. I don't know if any. There used to be a few teams in football who were known for having like real kind of break your legs kind of pricks on them. But I never thought the Manchester teams did. They were just like annoying because they're really good.
Well, they kind of are psychotic. The fandom between them is kind of psychotic, especially like a derby day. And they're actually against each other. Like those people kill each other because they like different teams from the same city.
Yeah.
Figure, fucking weirdos. Wait, no crisps, no. And that brings me to my next hap.
Yeah.
I have been the healthy.
Yes.
And I have lost weight.
Hooray!
Pretty happy with that because I would hate to have not had a trip cheese a day and have maintained the same level of fat. That would be disappointing.
I too have also lost weight through a strict regimen of not eating McDonald's and other crap and not having any alcohol. Although I have some alcohol tonight, I felt that was not unreasonable.
Even though I have the calories spare for it if I want it. Maybe I'll go home and drink 300 calories worth of rum just because I can.
Yeah, it's not Millwall. That's what we're talking about. They're real psychotic. Oh, they used to be anyway. Good anecdotes, Alex. Yes, I feel that's really what my life is about. Just telling random anecdotes. Oh, this reminds me of a time when my girlfriend did something or other.
Stories, man. I love stories.
Stories. We all love a story.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think I've done. I'll tell you what I thought was hap. I've been watching on Disney Plus WandaVision, and I was saying this the other day. Sometimes I like to update you on the stuff I'm watching because then you can watch it too. But I watched 2 or 3 episodes of WandaVision.
I think the majority of the chat's probably way ahead of you on this one especially.
I don't know. You don't know. I mean, maybe, sure. I mean, I don't know. But when I watched the first few episodes of WandaVision, I was like, I can see something's happening. I get the idea that something's wrong. It's all gone crazy, and nobody really know. Like, you're meant to be like on the kind of like level of knowledge, hierarchy of knowledge. The audience is somewhere in it. Like,
please don't say too much. He won't spoil. He's not Captain Spoiler.
No. Plus, you only just got this. No, all I'm going to say is it's so totally worth it. When I watched the first few bits, it's kind of like you as the audience don't know what's going on. You're watching it kind of like scratching your head, and that doesn't always make you feel like you want to keep watching it. But then it really started to get going. So all I can say is WandaVision is totally worth watching. If you're a Marvel fan especially, it's that and The Mandalorian are both better than the dude and the other dude.
The dude and the other
Two dudes. Dude squared.
Birdman and the chili bloke.
And
the chili stabby guy.
Ellie's in. Hello. She loves something that Tamzanaki said, but I've missed it, unfortunately. Tamzanaki's thing must have disappeared.
It was the fact that she doesn't have a mirror. Or is it? I have no scales and barely a mirror, so I'm just eating everything and telling myself I'm fine.
Yeah, that is a good... I went round to see Tamsin the other day.
Yes, you did. You mentioned.
And I was a bit worried she might fall down her stairs because her stairs have been painted. Her pears. She has a whole load
her
of pears.
pears have been stained.
It's just like wood. It's just bare wood, and that just looks like something that if you're walking down in socks, you're gonna slip on and. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. I'm just like, hey,
Home Alone style.
Your house looks great, but are you gonna?
That's a death trap.
That's a death trap. Honestly, I just think that if she doesn't answer her door for like 3 days or something like that, not that I'm ringing on it all day like that, that's gonna be what happens. I'm just telling you now.
If she doesn't turn up to a couple of streams, right?
It's the stairs that got her.
I'm just gonna pop round and make sure there's not a Tamsin-shaped pile at the bottom of her stairs.
Oh God!
Yeah.
But her house does look nice.
That street's nice, so it doesn't shock me.
No desire to watch it, not because it might not be good, but I just don't care for either Wanda or Vision, and people think I'm nuts. Hey, look, by the way, I mean, I was never a big Marvel fan, so I didn't care about Vision. I never watched Ultron, so I didn't care about them. I didn't care about Wanda, so I didn't give a shit. But I do quite like the setup. I like the storytelling style. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever, man, nobody cares. Yeah.
I've kind of taken a kind of stubbornness approach to pretty much everything that Disney Plus have put out. It's like,
me too.
Everyone's like, I must watch it now. I must watch it week on week, and I'm like, okay, sure.
Alex,
you do that. I'll be over here doing something else.
Alex, you need to watch it all for it to make any sense. Well, yes, we know that. By the
That's
way,
how series work.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining television.
Thank you for saying what I wanted to say. I know how TV works, but something I'll also tell you about how TV programs work is if in the first one...
Do you know what? I watched Home Alone.
Yes.
And 10 minutes in, I'm like, this fucking film doesn't make any sense. There are clearly people with him.
Yes!
He's not Home Alone.
If you watch further, Jeremy,
yeah,
it explains the situation to you. That
why the fuck am I going to watch the whole thing? That doesn't make any sense.
No,
Alex.
you have to watch the whole thing. Then you learn that he is left alone, and hence the name of the film makes sense. And then he gets attacked with bees.
Sounds bullshit to me.
But
except for the bees, that sounds totally
that's cool. But what I discovered in TV series, and I have this... There are a lot of TV series about, guys. Mm-hmm. You have to work out which ones you're going to spend your time binging. We don't all have the luxury that Captain Brilliant does to watch every single series ever created. But for the rest of our mere mortals, we need to pick the ones we want. And often, you could watch one episode of it, not be too sure, and 2 episodes and still not be too sure. And normally that's where I stop, because I'm like, if you haven't got me in 2... I'm unlikely to get...
No, I will tend to give a whole series.
And then I gave
I'm
it
in on
3...
I'm in on it.
I go 3 or 4, and then normally... But there are a lot of series that just fell by the wayside on 2 or 3, that just you failed in 3 hours worth of TV to get me anywhere close to it. Even though I knew with WandaVision they would eventually pick their feet up and stop dragging them about the place, but even so.
I tried to get on my DC TV binge again this week. It went really well. I watched 1 episode of The Flash, and that's it.
Well, what I'll say about
as a binge, it went really well.
The WandaVision thing, I could see straight out the bat.
You have failed this binging.
That I could see straight out the bat. They're trying to do something special with WandaVision, and so part of me is like, let's give it more of a chance because you're trying to do a thing here. But part of me is like, I know you're trying to do a thing, but that doesn't stop me feeling the initial feeling, which is. Get to the money. Get to the money. Yes, I'll get to the $2 million. Like, just want you to get to the money sometimes. But it is really good. It is really good. Then you've got something like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which gets the money immediately, sets out the stall straight away.
I feel like I've pretty much seen that entire series through Disney Plus commercials, to be honest.
There's not really much to it.
I didn't think there was much to it. Most people who I've spoken to about it have suggested that it would have been better as a movie than as a, whatever it was, 10-part miniseries. A lot of it could have been cut and just cut down to an hour-and-a-half movie. Job done.
But there you go. So there's a lot of good stuff to watch. It's bank holiday. Why don't you watch it? Why don't you give it a go? That's all. I don't have any naps.
Well, my nap is linked to my hap, and then it's I'm not eating bullshit anymore.
No, that's really good.
Apart from tomorrow.
But tomorrow, you're embarking on the dodeca cheese dron.
I am, yes, without gherkins.
Now, maybe
You're not even going to be there to eat.
Can I just pop round?
Just give a tray of. Just give you a plate
there's
of
nothing
gherkins.
stopping me from coming around to your house. I'm not doing
It's
anything.
true. It is true.
And I could just come in, receive them, and leave.
Hi, I'm here for the gherkins. There you go, sir.
You don't want to put them in a milkshake like I did the other day.
I don't.
No.
My biggest debate at the moment is to fries or not to fries.
That is the question.
It is the question, and I don't know how to resolve it.
Why? What's the? You don't want? You just like?
I'm thinking that the dodeca cheese dron alone might be enough.
That would be
food.
enough.
But also, I'm like, I do like fries.
Always fries. Always fries, says Els.
You can post your gherkins through my letterbox.
I mean, you could go round and post the gherkins. That would be so funny. You should definitely do that. Because that would also... She says that now, but when there's like ketchup-splattered gherkins on her beautiful white floor...
I'm not going to put them in a paper or anything.
No,
I'll
just
literally just
one at a time. She's also got one of those brush things where you try and put your mail through, so it's going to splatter
Shouldn't
through.
get stuck in there.
Yeah.
There are 5 gherkins. No, they double up, don't they? There are 10 gherkins in your...
I mean, I
brush.
took extra ones. Not a euphemism.
A gherkin in your brush. That's another euphemism.
I don't actually know she does have that, but I just thought it'd be... I always got annoyed with those fucking draft excluded things. It won't let me do a nap. Well, just say what it is.
Yeah, why won't it let you
What
do
is
a
your nap? Tell us what it is.
Then I'm sure the nap is that I'm having McDonald's and she isn't tomorrow.
Man.
I think that's probably the nap.
Why is she not having it? Or are you both trying to be more healthy?
We're both trying to be more healthy, yeah.
But so
it'll be a self-imposed not having it.
now, can I ask you a question? When I did the dodeca cheese dron, I just thought, I'm putting this together, I'll eat a bit of it. I really honestly didn't think anyone cared that I'd eat the whole thing. But
no, I'm going to smash it.
It's your intention just to go fucking...
My intention is to smash it.
Eat it as fast as you can.
Yeah. Well, not as fast as I can, but certainly at a more reasonable pace than you did.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because, like, what I'm saying is...
Oh, yeah, that is nap, yeah.
If you time it, other people might then try and take on your time. Because almost certainly, if you're going to eat it faster than me, you'll be faster than me. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you will set a new world record, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, live on Jez's stream.
So what you're saying is I should put a timer up.
I'm saying
I mean, even if I do just leisurely eat it and not put too much effort into it, it gives me a target to beat down the line.
Right? Down the line. It gives us all a target.
Okay, I'll time it. Regardless of whether I feel like inhaling it or taking my time on it, I will time it.
Yes, you should time it. So once you've constructed it and you're ready to go, you have to say now and then start, you can have it all ready in front of you, and then you have to say, and then stop it and all that. But as a result of that, I just think that's the only thing, because I don't think you're going to want to have fucking around with fries. No. Because then you'll just be distracted. No.
Maybe I should just have some salt on the side, so when I feel like I need some salt, I'll just go.
Yeah.
That'll, help go for it.
Is there going to be a dodeca cheese dron speed eating challenge? Well, it is appearing now. It's happening.
It is a fluid thing that is, unfurling in front of your eyes.
Yeah. This is how we do things. No new Marvel shows or movies to watch.
I'll get over it.
But isn't Loki coming out? That's a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about that.
You had Mortal Kombat. I know that's not Marvel, but that's a new thing.
Do you know what? Like, there's about a billion.
You just had a string of Mandalorian, then WandaVision, then this.
Just there's fucking, WandaVision and
watch something else.
There's so much content.
Don't be a fucking prick.
Always wanting more.
Yeah. Karis's nap. Crazy gym bruises got people worried that Jez beats me. Hap. Now, when I do beat her, she's got something to blame it on.
Bam. I think we've happed and napped enough here.
I agree.
Oh, we've run out of chocolate. I don't have any chocolate.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had chocolate.
Yeah, it's overrated anyway.
Yeah.
Emergency!
I really wanted to get something sweet today, but maybe I'll have some tomorrow when I'm watching your stream. And
Sounds
by the way,
good.
if you feel like dodeca cheese droning along tomorrow,
Hell yeah.
get yourself 4 trip cheeses.
Oh, it's 4 trip cheeses, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then put it together with Jez. Jez will teach you how to do it, and then you can do it at the same time.
I will say it's not an involved process. It's basically just slap it together and remove the bread.
It is just that. But you could cheese along with Jez.
You could.
Oh, I have a massive hat. Oh, hit us with it. Thank you. Hey, thank you very much for dropping a shout out to me, Jaeger. It's very kind of you. Thank you.
I'm coming to Kent in a couple of weeks. Nice.
Hey!
Very nice.
That's good. Wow.
Drinkies.
Are you going to be around when you can go into people's houses? When is that? Is that the 17th?
It's sometime in the middle of May, isn't it?
I feel like it is. You could pop round. You could sit on this very sofa.
But also, who gives a fuck?
I know, right?
We're over it.
So over it. So shall we move along?
Mm-hmm. Which moving along direction would you like to move along?
I kind of want to feel like I want to go into going viral because
Okay.
I know you've got...
All I have is food bullshit.
I know,
week.
but
I haven't
people
got
love
anything
food
else.
bullshit, don't they?
Okay. There we go
Let's do food bullshit. You've seen it 2 weeks. This will be the third and final week of food bullshit and the segment we like to call Going Viral.
Fucking yes, Cup Championship time.
Hey, we could do that. I mean, if it's a nice day.
Yeah, love Cup.
I've only got 1 cup set. Have you got a cup set?
Not the same size.
Okay. Maybe I'll get
I
another
feel like
one.
I do have a Cup set.
We can play Cub anyway.
Yeah.
Let's play Cub.
Let us Cub.
Uh-uh.
Right.
Now.
I, being a massive dickhead, printed this shit and then left it on my printer. So I'm reading shit from my phone today.
Do it.
So here is our first food selection. What I will say, this is the 3rd and final installment. This week, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to show you the thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is straight away. So an initial judgment, would you eat it? Then I'll tell you what it is, and you can vomit or, say, no, that's fine, I'd still eat it. Okay? So here's our first one.
Okay. I mean that's hilarious. I think that looks like a squirrel, like a flying squirrel or a lizard. I think it looks like a flying squirrel with a fucking tomato hat.
No. Says
I'm going to say no. Is that a rat? Is that a rat? Is that a rat? It might be a rat. I think it's a flying squirrel, but they might be a little bit bigger. Look at the person in the background who has folded their arms like, yep, gonna eat that.
I'm about to eat the shit out of this.
Think about that tomato hat.
I think it's a radish.
That's a rodent. Yeah,
Maybe it's a knee.
Guinea pig, I think. I'd probably try it.
What does everyone else think? Are you going to eat that?
Ain't going to be much meat on that.
Depends.
Ellie thinks it's a rat, and so does Rooster. I think I have to say we're in that zone. It could be a guinea pig. Look at its mouth. It does. What is it?
I will tell you. I think we have laboured this enough.
Mm-hmm.
It is a guinea pig.
Wow.
Which are eaten in South America, called cuis in Spanish. Mm-hmm. Guinea pigs can be grilled and or deep fried. It can be eaten from head to toe, and the taste is similar to an oily and tender combination of pork and rabbit.
I don't think I want to eat that.
I think I would be fine.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
I think, yeah, I
mean, that looks like a particularly skinny guinea pig. You've seen some guinea
a skinny
pigs.
pig.
They're fat as fuck.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some decent meat on them.
Look at
I mean,
the
I've not
little hat.
tried rabbit, but yeah. It's got the same little toes as my pet guinea pig. Man, you probably should feed your guinea
Have you
pig and
checked
take
that
it
your
out
guinea
from the
pig's still
oven.
there?
Fucking hell, that's burnt as shit.
I don't know.
I like pork and I like rabbit, but I won't eat guinea pig.
It's a firm no from me. Shark Tank.
Yeah, think we're lacking ambition here, chat, to be honest.
I might. I don't know. I'd rather it was chopped into pieces so it looked a little less like roadkill. It does look unappetizing.
Yeah, I mean, I did look at other examples on Google, and while other ones looked more appetizing,
It'll be better than piss eggs, though.
it was a string of like cooked guinea pigs.
Okay.
And so I wanted to go with one on a plate rather than just, a bunch of them on a barbecue.
I just can't get over the person with their folded arms. Like, guinea pig? No, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Piss eggs.
So what you're saying is, in the hierarchy of you must eat one of them, you would eat this over piss eggs?
I would eat
Is
that.
that a...
I would eat that over piss eggs.
Yes.
Piss eggs, I don't know anyone's going to pick piss eggs. I'd probably eat surströmming over fucking piss eggs. Who wants piss eggs?
That's a good question.
No
Certainly
one
not
does.
me.
On we bloodily stumble.
On we go. So next.
Cash.
This is cash. Everyone likes cash, right? What do we think about cash? Before I tell you what it is, do you want to eat
cash? Well, I mean...
Would you like to splash your cash on some cash and eat cash?
Now, what I'll say is it looks a bit soupy. And it looks like there is just a big, bony chicken in it.
Reminds myself to offer Alex surströmming and piss eggs. You
What's
must eat
wrong
one.
with you? What is wrong with you? Is that a brain or a skull? Looks shitty.
Fuck that.
I don't want that. I mean, I don't want that. I'm not a fan even of soupy, like miso soup with noodle soup.
Soupy.
I like noodles which are just kind of like as noodles, dry. And people have this habit of putting things in massive amounts of liquid. And that really annoys me. And this annoys me in much a similar way. I feel it's just super soupy.
Virgin Boy piss broth? Not today.
Welcome in, Chaos.
What a time to join us. No one would pay cash money for this.
No.
Well,
I'll tell you who would. Duncan would. Duncan loves soup, I think. When we go to places like... We go to this amazing Turkish place that does this wonderful kind of Turkish meats and stuff, and it's always amazing. And he always has soup like a fucking idiot.
yeah.
So he would have
like
this.
it is a soupy broth type thing.
I will say no thank you.
It is eaten in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Turkey.
Uh-huh.
It is a delicacy often enjoyed as a festive winter meal. Cash is a dish made by boiling cow's feet. It is eaten with a flatbread called lavash and shots of vodka. As you can see, there is a shot glass on the side, and the bread in the background
I'm okay with the vodka.
is the lavash.
The vodka's fine. Lavash, which in French means the cow, and it's cow's feet. How can that be a coincidence? There you go, yes.
Oh, there you go. It's probably not a
Lavage.
It's SH rather than CHE, but still, yeah, I think it's...
Lavash, it's spelled. Yes, I did think it would not really be lavash, but that's the way you make jokes, you see.
I love that Jaeger and Els are on the same wavelength there. Is the vodka so you're pissed when you eat this? Yes.
Yeah, you need shots
of vodka
Oh,
to eat my cooking too.
Looks like my cooking, to be fair. Well, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'll have to try it sometime.
Cow tastes good, right?
Yes, it does.
We like eating cow.
We do.
I'm going to eat lots of cow tomorrow.
Yes.
Why not eat the cow's feet? I mean, you're not actually... It's not like our feet or anything.
This is true. People have that...
Cows don't have cheesy feet, I would assume.
You see people have pig's trotters.
Yes.
And I'm never too sure about
They
these
never look
things.
appetizing.
No.
But if you were to boil it and take the flavour of the beef or the pork or
the
whatever.
bony bits. I just want them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the bony bits, you're not going to eat those.
Yeah,
that's
you don't
why
eat
it's
the
a broth,
feet, do you?
isn't it?
No, but that's
You just
true.
dip the bread in it. I think I'll give it a go.
Okay.
It's probably salty.
Cow trotters. Feet are wrong. They are.
Feet are wrong.
Even if you're not going to eat those bits, I don't really want bones in my stuff. I just want boneless food, right? I just get rid of that shit. Except, I mean, obviously in ribs you can't really get away, but that's fine because you're eating off it. That's fine. All right.
Chicken off the bone.
Chicken. I kind of like that, but I would prefer just to someone just to cut it and get it done for me. But I guess that's kind of fun. This, no, but I'd rather have this than the one before it. What is next on your list of?
Next. Okay. What do we think of this?
At the risk of taking myself in the wrong direction here, this looks all right, but it does look like when they have when someone's made like a vegetarian version of like a chicken breast.
Like tofu.
Yeah, it's like that looks like tofu chicken breast. And I think we're gonna hate it, but I'll say, yeah, and it does have a fried cheesiness to it, doesn't it?
It looks faken. It does look a bit like
yes,
bacon.
yes. Do you know what I mean? It's
Of all of the fake meats, I think bacon is the like the worst like looking of them. It doesn't look as authentic as the others.
What can we learn from curd yolk, the name? I mean, sounds very kind of. I mean, I would put it in that kind of.
I was going to say, don't read anything to the fact it has yuck in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say, risk of it being, well, we boiled it in someone's piss. At the risk of it, I will say, I like the look of this. I would probably give this a go. What about you guys? What about you? Would you give this?
Good. Yuck.
Not so good.
Good. Yuck. Good.
Rooster's
custard. Good.
Pork chops. Good. If cheese, no. Well, no. But if cheese, yes, for me, because I like cheese. Hit us with your best shot.
So, Kurjuk is from Asia/Russia, that kind of side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It is the arse fat of some breeds of sheep, especially fat-tailed sheep. It's the fat accumulated in baggy deposits in the hind parts of sheep, on both sides of the tail, and on the first 3 to 5 vertebrae of the tail.
Imagine these fatty sheep who are like have got these big ass.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever looked at a sheep from behind, but they do have a definite kind of butt.
They were like, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. I can imagine these sheep going around going like, mate, you have got an amazingly big ass. You are going to be earmarked for Kurja. Alex wants to eat ass. I don't know why you're lamowing. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
I'll stick with the guinea pig. Wow.
Yeah, I don't like things that looks. If it's something that's like pure fat, if there's no meat on it, why would you eat it? Sheepy gut back. Yeah.
It looks seasoned. It looks like it's got a good like paprika rub on it or something.
Yeah, it does. If it's just pure fat, why would you have the fat bit? It's a bit weird, but
yeah, I mean, people like fat. People like eating fat.
I don't mind if you had bacon, there's a bit of fat. I'd probably try and cut it off. But if I had it, I'd probably eat
like
it.
On a
but
pork
if it was
chop, there's the fat around
the
edge,
crackling
nice.
kind of.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of. But then this is all fat. There's no meat. That would be strange for me. This would make a great dodeca dron. Easy for you to say.
So to. Oh no, I did give you the information. My bad.
I love the fat off pork chops. Yeah, I'm not a fatty guy.
Yeah.
But the thing about with the pork chops, it's got pork with it.
It's got to be cooked right. It's got to be fully like rendered through.
But if someone gave you pork chops and took the pork off and just gave you the fat and just said that's your meal, you'd be like, well,
not a meal, no.
No, but this is how I feel about that.
Well, it would be the kind of meat portion of the meal, wouldn't it? I mean, you've got some stick or whatever that is with it, and some kind of bread, maybe it looks like on the other side.
Did you say some stick?
Yeah, it's like green stick stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Some people eat that. I'm eating healthy, I still don't eat that.
All about that bars. Yes. I'd eat that. I don't want to eat just fat. I want more. I think I need a little bit more. I would not. I mean, if it was a challenge and we need to put some in our mouth, I have no real problem with that. But I'd be just thinking, why am I eating lard? Like, no one just eats butter.
Some people just eat butter.
Yeah.
How is it? Tastes like a sheep's ass. Okay, next. 'Tis the most polarizing of all the foods that we have discussed in this segment.
That's interesting.
Some of you may know what this is.
Some Americans might not. But
how do we feel about Marmite?
Marmite. Yes, please, says Tamsin. Now, Tamsin has frequently said strange things about food, so this doesn't surprise me at all.
But this is a strange food from around the world. Marmite? Yes, Marmite.
Marmite is one of the best things ever, says Ellie.
I'm inclined to agree with you personally.
I like Marmite as well, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, part of my my breakfast has been, a slice of peanut butter toast and a slice of Marmite toast.
Oh, they both sound great. I mean, I don't rush towards it, but
I've never had Marmite pasta. I really want to now.
Yeah. I didn't know it made a noise.
Nap Marmite. Just you, Harmstone. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's strange, really. We all have. A lot of us have some food in common here on this one. I quite like Marmite. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Marmite. Have you seen the peanut butter mixed with Marmite? Not sure if I'd like this. I've seen the thing. I haven't tried it, but I will often have a slice of each and kind of like mix the two a little bit and like go bite of one, bite of the other to actually like mix the flavors in my mouth. So maybe just dispense with the bullshit and get the Marmite peanut butter. I don't know.
Hey. There you go.
Worth a go.
I don't have a lot of toast because carbs, and
Yeah.
I don't have a toaster, so there you go.
That, yeah.
So I don't have any bread or a means to make it, or Marmite, so I never ever have this, but I'm always happy to.
See, I've still been carbing, but moderated, so that you get all the food groups and all that shit.
I think that's a good
So
thing
for
to
those
do.
not in the know, Marmite and or Vegemite, if you're in the southern hemisphere, in New Zealand and Australia, are both yeast extracts that give off a concentrated umami flavour.
Umami.
This can be mixed in sauces, flavouring meat, or just as a savoury spread. Why haven't I used Marmite as a fucking marinade? Holy shit. Man, Marmite on pork chops is going to be fucking incredible. Oh my fucking god.
Wouldn't you need quite a lot of because the jar?
You need quite a lot of it,
Yeah.
but you like mix it with something else to like make it less thick. Don't know what that would be. Holy shit, my world has just changed for the better. Karis, I'm coming home and we're having Marmite pork chops.
I love a Twiglet. Want to try this? Well, I always think that Twiglets and Marmite are very much the same.
They are, yeah. I love Twiglets.
Get some Worcestershire sauce on your pork. Never be hashtag never be toasting. You're right, Chaos. You're absolutely right. I'm not toasting.
He's not toasting.
I'm not.
And lemon juice, no, you lost me now. Don't do lemon. If I can help it.
I like lemon.
Nope. What do you mean nope? I'm not giving you the choice. Fine, cook your own fucking food. See if I fucking care. Okay, so everybody, nope, I spent my calories on ramen. Okay, tomorrow. I think we're all at consensus, including Harmstone. Marmite is hap. Here we go. Next up, might be the last. Is it the last? No, there are two left.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Palalo. What do we think of this?
Well,
I mean, it has a toasty element. Ignore that.
That's not
part
the
of
bit
it.
we're questioning, really.
Yeah. Like,
I've
don't
got-
say no because you're not having toast. Is my
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I'm not pedantic in that. I understand what is being asked of me. Palolo. I've got a bad feeling about this one, guys. Who's with me? Doesn't everyone have a really bad feeling about this? It's very
I think Jaeger's in.
green.
All of his chat seems to indicate that he's interested in this.
Just the colour alone. Nope. There's a lot of nope.
Yeah, that's all just Jaeger.
Oh, I see. Yes, you're right. It is. He definitely doesn't
Someone
like
put their weed on some toast.
mold on toast. I don't trust it. No. Do you know it does look a bit like spinach? You know when you've wilted spinach in a pan all the way down to like what it's left, and then you chop that up and you've shoved it on some toast. And if it was that, I might be okay with. I've got fuck this shit. I'm out.
Tar and grass on toast. Welcome.
We are going to
Sarah.
discover
Yeah.
this is fucking horrible. Yeah, bat poo. It's going to be fucking stuff that's
poo.
looks like something you find under a uni fridge in July. Yeah, it's like I don't like the look of it.
So is that a no?
That's a no from me.
Is anyone in? Is anyone?
Anybody
anyone
want to
looking
try
at
it?
and go,
Anyone's
"Yeah,
going to
I'll
put
have
their
a
hand up and say yes, I'll try it.
go." Octopus semen?
I think you've had enough.
The piss of virgin girls instead of boys, just to mix it up a bit.
The world is a twisted place.
It is, really is. Okay.
Fine, I'll try. Okay, Tamsin, this is what you're about to get to eat.
Palolo worms are traditionally eaten alive, fried in butter or baked in breadfruit leaves in an umu, which is an earth oven.
I don't think I understood any of those things. So, just for the last... Well, I mean, yes.
It's like sesame prawn toast.
Spits it out.
Yeah, it's like sesame prawn toast, except there are no sesame seeds, and instead of prawn, it's worms.
So why do they not look like worms? Do they crush the worms into a paste?
Because they've been fried or baked in breadfruit leaves.
So those the
green
bit,
comes from the leaves.
The green is the leaves.
Yeah.
So it's worms in leaves.
They survived the frying. Well, no, they'd be dead then, I guess. I don't know. Well, that's an either or. Traditionally eaten alive, so you can just eat the worms.
So ill.
Fried in butter, which is not what we've got here. Baked in breadfruit leaves in an umu. And there's, they're versatile apparently.
Waffly versatile.
It's like sesame prawn toast, except nothing like sesame prawn toast, and more like worms on bread.
I don't like sesame prawn toast
I want
either.
some sesame prawn toast.
I know you like that.
I love sesame prawn toast. I don't tend to like prawns.
I don't either.
But I like sesame prawn toast.
No, I think we're wise to have not had this. But welcome in, Sorrow. Yes, this does look horrible. Worms in... Oh, God, this is disgusting. Let's move...
Worms on toast.
Worms on toast.
You get your protein with your carb.
At least you get your toast. Thank God for that. I had a book called How to Eat Fried Worms. I think the conclusion was ketchup. Ketchup, eh? Well, I love a bit of ketchup. And we've got a story about ketchup, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, in our journey around the world of weird and wacky foods, our final is this. SFR.
Now, is it going to be southern fried rodent? Southern fried rat? And we've got little bits of rat. I think that looks like bacon wrapped around a thing. And I've got a feeling that the thing is probably going to be fucking horrible. But there's a lovely dip in the middle, isn't there? Southern
seaman fritter ratatouille.
Slugs in blankets.
I mean, that doesn't go with the letters, but sure. That looks bacon wrapped. It does look bacon wrapped.
The bacon is probably obviously the best bit. I mean, what? I mean, no, I'll save my judgments for afterwards, but I don't like the look of that. I am massively mistrustful of that.
You are cynical.
I know, but I know what this segment is about. There's not like some of the... Well, if we did this again, we should find ones which are lovely and which ones...
I think I will bring it out months from now.
Yeah.
Some are disgusting, some are not.
Just looks like a popper. And I'm not opposed to bugs. I'd try it. Fair play, risky. Slug fried roast. I think it's southern fried rodent. And they're just little bits of rat in bacon.
Okay, so we've... Stay away from this ridiculous shit. I think Rooster knows what it is.
Stay the fuck away from this ridiculous shit.
I will say, it is from the United States.
We eat snails. What's the big deal? Well, I mean, yeah, in that regard, if you like snails, then all these things are obviously
a reach. Yeah.
Yes, of course, it's not a reach if someone you like. But if you don't like those things, then it is a reach. It's like I don't know why people don't like horror films. I like horror films. So I don't know why you wouldn't like it. It's like, well,
the inside is green, says Jaeger. Well, it's leaves. Look, there are leaves around it. And I think that's more the reflection of it. But
I don't eat snails either.
No, I don't either. No.
Okay. Go on then.
The S.
Yes.
I'm not showing you. I'm telling you. The S stands for Southern.
Yes. Get in. I said Southern. Okay, maybe I'm peaking too soon on this one, but carry on.
The F stands for fried.
Get in. That's 2 for 2. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, in the words of Meatloaf.
The R stands for...
I'm just happy I got the others.
Rattlesnake.
Arcade.
Southern fried rattlesnake.
Oh, it's so close. Southern fried rat. Or snake. Do you know what? I have to say, I don't think this would be so bad.
Rattlesnakes, when properly prepared, i.e. cooked,
yes.
Can be a good substitute for beef, pork and chicken. Its meat has a unique and light flavour.
I have to say, eating a snake doesn't disgust me.
Nor me, because I hate snakes. Fuck those snakes.
Yeah, and if you cook it up, it's probably just meaty, right? So I have no real problem with this. I probably would try this in the final resolution.
I mean, snakes don't have bones, right?
No.
So it's just going to be pure meat and muscle. Yeah.
So and they wrapped it in bacon, and they're giving you a dip.
Is it wrapped in bacon, or is that just its skin wrapped around itself?
Oh, I don't know, but I feel that's definitely bacon.
Yeah, it does look a bit bacony, but
yes, they have thousands of bones.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, if I'm going to eat bones, I might as well eat the fucking chicken egg thing from 2 weeks ago.
Do you know what? If I've learned anything from this, it's that I'm happy just eating that. I'm happy that the world I live in is just kind of normal shit. What makes people think that they want to kind of like mix shit up and kind of cook things that people shouldn't? What makes people just think, let's try that? No one's ever done this before. Well, there's fucking reason for it.
I mean, I'm half on that. I like to try things. But then, yeah, I'm also on the vein of, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So when they say, like, it's a good substitute for pork, chicken, or beef, I'm like,
I'll eat those.
I'm okay with pork, chicken, or beef, actually.
I don't need these little bones, like tiny little bones. I'm just like, crunch, crunch, crunch. And I'll be like,
yeah, I don't need to eat bone.
I don't need to eat bones.
No. Have you met sausages or turkey twizzlers? I love turkey twizzlers.
Says Alex with a Scotsman in the chat. Our national dish is guts and spices, all the guts. But
yeah, we had haggis.
We had haggis
last week. I believe.
Haggis is nice. I like haggis.
Yeah. That's what the person who decided to milk cows thought. Nobody's done this before, but that cow lactation sure does look good. Probably true.
Has no one? I'm just going to wank off a cow because I'm a pervert. Let's wank the cow off.
Now I'm going to drink.
I'm going to drink.
It's jizzy goodness.
It's jizzy goodness.
This isn't salty.
Margaret, come here. You should try this.
This doesn't taste like any of the Siemens I've drunk before.
And it's like, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing over there? I was just wanking off a cow, but
I discovered it makes a nectar.
You got to try it. I'm not trying that. No, seriously, try it. Oh my god, this milk's so fucking amazing. Let us wank off all the cows.
Bring forth all the cows.
Get all the cows in it. We need more people wanking off cows in this here. Hire another 20 men.
Dave, what are you going to do when you go through all the cows? We will hope that they will rejuvenate themselves.
When they're ready again.
And provide the cow jizz once more.
Do you think they just went, okay, let's wank off all the other animals on the farm?
Milk is like, it's just, the word has changed over times, and like 2,000 years ago, milk actually meant semen.
I don't know anything about the etymology of it, but I'm certain that you're correct.
I'm on, statement alone, I'm certain that I'm correct.
I'm certain you are.
I've got no evidence against that.
No, but I think it's fact.
Yeah.
I just, like, what the fuck? You're right. You're right, Els. I do then presume that they went off to wank off every other animal on the farm, thinking that maybe they would also get that same yummy milk. And it's like, do you know what? I think we picked at the cow, Margaret. No, it's not milk.
Pig ain't it.
No. Horse ain't it. No, it's not. The horse took a lot longer as well. We have time for that sort of shit. The cows are quick and taste of milk.
Humans also lactate. So shut up, Goblin! Don't spoil my fun.
So many people. So we were talking the other day, as I brought up a few times, like how do murderer pairs, like husband and wife murderers, get to that point of realizing, oh, we both like murdering. But how do people?
So, honey, what would you like to do tonight?
I was thinking murdering. What? No, not if you don't want to. No, I do want to. But like, same with this. At what point did you go?
I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Let's both say our ideas after 3. Okay, what should we do tonight? 1, 2, 3.
Wank off a cow.
Wait,
what did you say? Okay, we'll wank off the cow later, but let's kill someone first. I do just wonder where we get this stuff from, but thankfully other people have done it for us.
What, murdering? Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, other people being murderers definitely saves us the effort.
We peeked at the cow. We did. It was like there was no need to look after that.
Consider the following: almond milk. Almonds ain't got tits. You don't know that.
They have little tits at the end. They're little
tiny nipples.
Tiny little nipples. Yeah.
I also don't like almonds, so people are welcome to almond milk.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of almonds either.
I'm not a big fan of having milk that isn't milk.
But you don't like marzipan, right? Presumably.
I don't like marzipan really. No.
Yeah.
No. A little bit of it maybe, but
no.
Better than icing.
Yeet almonds in the sea, maybe.
Might just do that.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. On that note,
yes.
Would you like to yeet some things?
Oh, you better
the
fucking
sea?
believe it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, still haven't done the sting.
No, but we did record it and we got that ready to go. So
here is not the sting. And this is where we'd play a sting if we had one.
So this is the section where we throw things into the sea. We are on a big island with everything, and we just chuck shit indiscriminately into the sea.
It's not indiscriminately.
But it's not indiscriminately.
Some things survive, and there are also some things in the sea already by virtue of the fact they live in the sea, such as Godzilla and the Loch Ness Monster.
Yes. Yeet Tamsinaki into the sea. Why are we throwing Tamsinaki into the sea? We'd like her to stay.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm not going to do that.
No, that's not happening. Tamsinaki's not going into the sea.
I'd throw you in the sea, Jaeger, before I threw her in the sea.
Yeah. You're going in the sea ahead of Tamsin.
Yeah. In the packing order of people in the sea. You're in there first.
You're getting in there.
So. Weird dietary things.
Yeah,
well, that's fine.
They're saying the same words. It's really strange.
There's more of the weird dietary things for me.
We're polluting the sea with irredeemable tat that no one likes. That is true. By the way, tat was the word that Isabeau did not understand. She was just like, what's tat? And I'm like, just like...
Crap, junk,
crap,
bullshit.
Shit, terrible, pointless bullshit. Captain Brilliant loves some tat. We went up to see a show in London one time, and we just went into the tat shop. I'm like, this is a tat shop. And she's like, what's a tat shop? It's like, pictures of like beef eaters and the Queen's face on a mask, and like, I love Folkestone, and I love London, shit like that. Anyway.
Loch Ness Monster, quite famously, does not live in the sea. It lives in a lake.
Wait, have you seen the dude turn up? The old man? Actually,
you will find it lives in a loch. A loch is not a sea. It is a lake.
Yeet people who play Christmas music in July into the sea.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't a segment where we invite other people, but feel free to.
You've nailed this one on the head.
Yes,
do we hereby ratify?
Oh, I'm up for that.
In the sea,
bang.
People who play Christmas music in July.
Risky. Has this happened to you? Because I don't know when people do that. Why would anyone do that? I don't. Sometimes people in the office, not that I'm in the office currently, will whistle it. Yes. Don't know what that tune was at all.
It's The Office.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what Christmas tune that was. Alex, is your tree still up?
It's the theme to The Office.
No.
The good office, not that American bullshit.
Alex, is your tree still up? I don't know what you're talking about. No, I took it down. Why are you looking into the corner where there's nothing?
I like looking into empty corners.
What about people with Christmas trees up in almost May? Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Look into the reflection of my eye. Can you see it?
Jez says yes. Jez didn't say anything.
Jez didn't say a thing.
No.
Jez is nice.
Yeah. Jez has got my back. Not that he needs to have my back about anything. The Christmas tree got taken down.
I need to have your left right now. Because that's where there isn't a tree.
There isn't a tree over there. No.
Yes.
What about Cthulhu songs with Christmas tunes? It still sounds a bit Christmassy, so maybe not.
Yeah. Also, this is a phenomenon I haven't experienced yet, so you can't put them in the sea yet until I've heard them.
Risky. In his car, in his house, everywhere, he has a Christmas tree on his phone. He's mental as hell. This person, clearly the person. I have a friend. He does this.
Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. That's one thing in the sea, and it wasn't even designated by us.
If you have something you want to put in the sea, maybe you want to suggest something.
Yeah, put it in.
We'll chat about it.
It needs to be ratified. We need to decide it, but
I don't.
This segment can't just live and die on us.
I do like the routine of Christmas. And whilst I don't have a Christmas tree up anymore, that was more out of laziness than a desire to pursue Christmas for longer than is needed.
I do appreciate that you've put up a Tanabata tree early.
Yes.
In advance of the big day in July.
Well, it's just.
And assume you'll be providing the little cards to write the wishes on.
I will do that. Yeah, absolutely.
I look forward to it.
I love a bit of stationery on a tree, as do we all. But yes, I don't like singing and doing Christmassy things out. Also, I don't even want a gingerbread latte until it's December. I think a gingerbread latte is very Christmassy
No Christmas
for me.
until after Thanksgiving.
There we are. You heard it here first.
I don't make the rules, but I enforce them rigorously.
Yes, he does.
Right, what are you putting in the sea this week?
Oh man, I've got two things.
Okay, give me one.
I'll give you one.
Rain on me.
This came up in Indecisive Elves. Oh no, it's Jellycat Zombies stream. Do you know this thing where people salute magpies?
I have heard of it. I have never seen it.
People saluting magpies. I don't fully understand this, and maybe the chat will help me out on this. But people see a magpie.
Isn't it like a two finger?
They do kind of like a. I salute. Oh no, Tamsin, we're gonna not get on here. I can't work out why people. It came to. I was like, why do we salute? Somebody goes, Good morning, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife and kids, or some bullshit like that? And I'm like, I was in a car with someone, and we were driving along, and a magpie
slams on the brakes.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So they're like, Good morning, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife and kids? And I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? And they were like, well, when you see a magpie, like, you fucking lose all sense and reason. I'm like, well, you say a thing, don't you? I'm like, no! Because it apparently stops magpies bringing you bad luck. But bad luck...
Do you know what else does that?
Just
reality.
Yeah! Bad luck! If you think I care about bad luck, am I the kind of person that would leave my Christmas tree up past the 6th of January? So, I just don't understand.
What an epiphany.
If you see a single one on its own, because it brings sorrow, apparently. I see. They remember the Magpie
Wars. 1 for
Wars.
sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. Nobody knows the rest because there are never more than 4 magpies in congregation.
See.
And that's the rhyme in its entirety.
That's the end of the rhyme as we know it. So I'm just saying, you could probably lump into this a lot of kind of superstitious bullshit that people do. Like when people say something and they go, touch wood, and then they touch wood. Or they do that funny thing where they do that.
Because my head's made of wood.
Wood, isn't it? And I'm like...
I did that, I'm a dickhead.
But that falls into small talk in my head where like people are used to doing cliched shit just for kicks. But honestly, people who are really like, oh shit, bad luck is heading my way. If I don't say, good morning, Mr. Magpie, how are your wife and kids?
Yeah, there's other things, isn't there? Like, if you step over 3 drains, you have to spit on the last one or some nonsense.
Yeah. Going over 3 drains, you have to like jump through top.
5 for the clap, 6 for some crack, 7 is for wood, and 8 is your grandma nude. Timeless rhyme.
Classic rhyme. We've all enjoyed that one. Are you going to hate me so much?
I wasn't about to engage with Harmstone actually giving us the proper rhyme. I'm not about that, but if you're going to throw out that kind of shit at me, I'm all in.
Think about, are there any other superstitious bullshit that you do? Because like, stepping over 3 drains, it used to be 1 drain is for good luck, 3 drains is bad luck. And if you step over 3 drains...
What about 2 drains?
You think
Why do they get left out?
Apparently, 2 drains, you think of someone you love. This is all twee bullshit that I learnt when I was a teenager. I don't get me wrong. I agree with your shaking of your head.
Can't walk under ladders. Yeah, but that one's just common sense.
I know.
You're going to get crushed by a ladder that falls on you. You're probably going to get, your legs taken out by one that slides with you in front of it as well. Just stay away from ladders.
Yeah. But apparently, 3... And I told my dad... I walked around 3 drains once when I was a kid and a dickhead. My dad's like, why are you walking around 3 drains? And I said, 3 drains is bad luck. He said, it's only bad luck if one of them's open. And I was like, it's very funny, Dad.
Do you know what I think is a major superstition that we overlook?
What is that?
It comes from the animal kingdom. And it's the thing that cats and dogs do. Before they sit down, they will walk in a circle and then sit down. I think that is a cat and dog superstition. I don't think that's a
I don't think that's a warming the seat.
That's not a real thing. That's a superstition. Oh, gotta go in a circle. Now I can sit down.
They do a thing like
they get together. One fucking cat has told them this fucking thing in their early cathood. They're like, right, and when you sit down, it's bad luck.
You've
got to go in a circle, otherwise It's the giant dog in the sky will come and take you away.
So, yeah, it's bad luck not to walk around 3 times. Okay, we all do that.
It's a making it comfy thing. Yeah, but not on my fucking kitchen floor. You ain't making that shit comfy.
I had very superstitious friends, clearly. I think a lot of us do. Break a mirror, have bad luck. I've never broken a mirror, thankfully.
Superstition. You can throw all of these like things at me. It's a superstition, and you will not convince me otherwise.
Superstition. But we do it anyway, don't we?
Yeah, some of it.
I mean...
I'm trying to think of some other ones that are just everyday accepted life things that people
We're
do.
going to run into them. You'll be walking along one day and you'll do this shit and you'll be like, oh, why am I doing this shit?
Hurley just came, did a circle and sat next to me. Yeah, see, he's listening.
Crossing fingers for luck. Yeah, it's like, you know...
Yeah, that's a very accepted one, isn't it?
It is. That's very ritualistic. We don't even pay attention to the fact we do this. Someone say, "Well, cross your fingers for me. I've got a job interview.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers for me." And you're like, "Okay," because you feel like a dickhead not doing it. No, I will not.
You get the jobby, Freddy. Got my fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Crossed.
And then like, what is that from?
Freddy got fingers.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that.
I am here!
Yeah, Evan is here. Welcome in.
Should we give him a round of applause?
I will, yes.
Why the fuck not?
Welcome in, Evan. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome.
The one stream where I'm not playing Undertale. Superstition really is nonsense. Some people do good things daily in the hopes of going to heaven. What a load of superstitious nonsense. We're worm food. So the worms can grow big and fat and be fried in butter as a toast topper. Nice. I hoped you were going in that direction. So it started out with me. People saluting magpies was one of the things that I have a problem with, but it does seem to extend to kind of
just superstitions.
Superstitions aren't helping. It's just an extra in my lean life where I just kind of want things to be straightforward. I don't need extra things.
Yeah, it is an extra stress, and that some people it really fucking gets to them. Like it actually causes major problems with their mental health
if they
don't do the superstitious thing. So we are actually damaging people by enabling this bullshit. So yeah, I know you started with just people saluting magpies, but I think superstitions in general can get in the fucking sea.
The only superstition I'm happy with is Superstition by Stevie Wonder. That can remain on land.
You can take it or leave it. There's better.
I wish.
There's better Stevie.
There's better Stevie Wonder. You're absolutely right. There is. It's no, I wish.
We could put it in the sea anyway. He wouldn't even notice. That was a blind joke.
Oh my goodness me. Do you have anything you want to put in the sea? I have another thing, but I can get to that.
And in the theme of Jez tends to put things relating to roads in the sea. It's because I don't do much else at the moment other than driving around.
Yes.
But things that fuck me off are people who park their fucking cars in the middle of the road.
Oh my god.
They're like, I'm just going to drop off something or deliver something. No. Park your fucking car. Get out of my way. There is no other way. Like, I cannot phase through your car. It is physically blocking my path. Don't fucking leave it in the middle of the road. It's a road. It's not a car park. Get it the fuck out of the way. Park it. Put it on the pavement. I don't give a fuck. Put it somewhere else. Don't fucking leave it in the middle of the road. In the sea.
I'm totally with you on this. Actually, talking about things in the middle of things, if I might. Yes, today I was walking back from my walk I did for lunch, and on my way back, and it's much more prevalent now with COVID, is people tend to walk in the centres of pathways. So I was walking back along the path back towards pavement, back towards home, and these two people are walking in the middle. So like I can't avoid them. So they have not picked a left or a right. They've picked the middle. So now I have to kind of scoot and like make myself really small as I go around them. And I'm like, guys. Like, why? There's only two of you. Why are you going in the middle? You just go to the left. I'll go to the left.
I'm big. I just walk at people.
I mean, I could do that. They were old. Well, one of them was old. One of them was young. But I mean, I could have done that. But I just like...
Sometimes rudeness pays.
Sometimes it does. Because one guy was like, came around the corner or something, and he was like, well, I'm clearly in your way, but I'll stick being in your way. Because I believe that some people are like, well, you'll never question me on it, so I'm just going to live my life while I go fuck yourself. Whereas if I'd have walked into him, I'm going, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
You just walked straight into me. He said, you walked into me. I said, no, you walked into me, you cunt.
I mean, I won't do it if, people are being reasonable. I'm not going to just go and square up to some fucker on the pavement. But if you've got, like, a group of 2 people and they're taking up the entire fucking pavement, I'm like, no, one of you can go behind the other to get past me. I'm not fucking moving.
How many times have we had people stop in the middle of the road outside of loading bays at conventions, Jez? Just in the way, stopping everyone. Do you know what I hate about...
I parked, fuck you.
I know that you started this on people in the middle who are parked.
Yes.
But whenever I go to conventions or I go to Essen, people tend to like just stop and have their big group conversations, and this is a fucking pet peeve of mine.
Oh yeah, right in the
middle,
gangway or whatever.
Yeah, like the gangway is often like, so it's a big long bit, and like they'll just stop in the middle and have that conversation. So everyone's trying to go around them.
Yeah.
It happened at Dragon Meet a couple of years ago.
You're right, that does happen at every
just
single
people
con.
like they'll bottleneck you. So
even though there
stopped.
are like loads, there's like massive empty space for people to gather and chat.
Tables, places for people to sit, and they'll just go stand there. So there'll be like the end of a convention table, and then they'll stand there, and their mate will stand there. So you're kind of like funneled all the way around. I'm like, guys, do you want to not stand in the fucking way? And the worst is when you've got a crossroads, and they're kind of like, so you've got everyone kind of trying, and that is the place where everyone passes, and that's where they stop, put all their bags down. And I'm like, do you know what? I should just go to these places, and my only job is to tell people to fucking move, and that's all I do all day long. I don't go and look at anything. I just go, excuse me, mate, do you want to fuck off? Excuse me, mate, do you want to fuck off? Hi, mate, do you want to fuck off? And that's all I do. I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
I do that in front of my own table at a convention.
Do you want to...
I'm like, loiterers can move! Get the fuck out of here!
I love this. Same with people in supermarkets having a chat. Like, no, I'm trying to shop. Just like, I get that people want to do chat, right? And when you're at a convention, if someone's like, we just want to, like, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do now, shall I think about where I'm going to go, what I want to eat? Just move to the side.
Get off to the side, yeah.
Go to the side and have that conversation. Then you can rejoin the flow. Don't stop in front of everybody. Fuck me. Be a COVID marshal, Alex. You get paid to tell people to fucking move. I don't
feel like that's a growth market, though, really. I think there's a definite end point to that job. Yeah, Alex understands. There's a time and a place to chat. And,
yeah, all the time.
In some cases, it's
always
7:30 on a Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/always be chatting.
I'm happy to have a chat at any time, all the time, 100% of the time, but no to stand to the side when you do it. I like how Undertale, I was like, I don't just love Undertale, I also love food. You maybe should change your name to Food Lover 101. Just saying. Undertale might have had its day now, because it's very specific, isn't it? So what are we saying you want to put in the sea here is people who park in the middle of a road,
or just stop in the middle of the road.
Or just stop.
Just leave their cars in the middle of the road to do anything. Go and park. Taxi drivers are the fucking worst for it. I'm just waiting for my fare. Yeah, there's a parking space right next to you. Get the fuck in it.
I also, the other day I was trying to cross a road, and it was at a roundabout, and this happens all the time. So I'm looking into the road to see what the cars are going to come down, so I can cross my bit of the thing. Are you going to come off here? Because you're coming straight across, and so like they don't signal, so they don't tell you. So because they didn't signal, I didn't know that they weren't going to come off, so they just go round. So I may as well have walked across. But because they were not making a signal, and I think people think, well, the signal's not for someone like a pedestrian. What possible benefit will you have of a signal? It's like, because I could have got on with my fucking day rather than waiting to see what you're doing. Happens in
Tom, good to see you. Welcome. Taxi drivers are the worst, period. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
I am allergic to taxis. That is a well-known fact.
Yep.
I cannot use a taxi. I am allergic.
Yes, I do like taxis because I find them useful to do things like get to your house.
I'd rather walk. The one time I tried to use a taxi.
Oh, yeah!
Like after the last Don't Get Me cocktail, I was here, I was drunk, I didn't have my car.
Yeah.
All of these things meant that I could not drive home. And we called the taxi. We're waiting for it, looking outside. I'm like, oh, there's the taxi. Okay. I start to go outside. I do go outside. I go out all the way down to the bottom, out to the road.
Taxi's
gone.
fucked
off. So I walked home because that's the better option. Anyway.
What I will say is that I don't like walking places, and the distance between yours and here is like half an hour, and I just think that sounds like a long time to me. Like if I can throw money at the problem, it's 5 minutes.
I mean, it's more like 15 minutes.
I know. The thing is, for you just like stride like a huge motherfucker. For me, and I'm like, and it's not like I'm short either, but by comparison. So for you, you probably don't mind that so much, but that just seems like a waste of time to me. in my life, and it's not just a fear of missing out things. It's just I want to get to the thing. So much time is spent kind of like getting on with it. But
No, headphones, chuck some music on, walk. That's what I did when we went to the pub the other day, and thoroughly enjoyed the walk there and back.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good way of sobering up as well, especially after a Don't Get Me cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of alcohol.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to stick cars just stopping randomly in the fucking sea. Fuck that shit. There's so many infractions on the road that we could do. Alex, do you remember that taxi we got from yours that stank?
Did he fart in it again?
Oh my god, can you imagine? That would be terrible. I don't, as it happened. But as you say it, it starts to ring a bell. What were we doing? Why were we...
Probably getting a taxi.
I know, but why were they at my house?
So you could get in the taxi.
Yeah, but
that's how taxis work. They come to your house.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you're explaining this. Someone had vomited. Oh my god, yes, I did. Oh, fuck me.
That happens.
Blech. I mean, let he who is without vomit in a taxi cast the first stone. So, you know, but...
Free lunch! Oh dear. Yes, so middle of the road pricks in the sea.
Yes, and middle of the road pricks on a motorway as well. Just fucking lane discipline.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way of phrasing it.
Yes.
Because it covers many bases. Middle of the road pricks.
Middle of the road pricks.
In the sea. Decide.
Yes, but the middle of the road I do like is Middle of the Road by Blur, which is a good song.
It can stay dry for now.
Just like reaching for any...
Yeet! Sorry, it just slipped.
Middle lane wankers. Yeah, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Do you have anything else for the sea?
I do. I noticed this the other day. I was sitting in my bed thinking about how this has become a thing, right? And I don't know how to order it in my head, but when we were talking on my stream the other day, I can't remember what it was. I think I was playing Life is Strange. Life is Strange.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You might have to explain that to me. But I get it's strange, but it just seems tenuous to me.
Oh, it's massively tenuous.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
for some reason,
as long as you realise that.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened with that, if I may just divert, was that I think I accidentally said it, or no, I think somebody said it in the chat. Either Hannah or Tamsin said life is, or I kind of misspoke and said strange stream, and kind of it all came out wrong. And then we all joked about how I would make it a thing and use it as my name. And then everyone just started saying it. Like I didn't.
Okay. It was more how it became a thing that I didn't.
Yeah,
understand,
it was just like it was I just think I misspoke, and we all had a good laugh about it. And then I thought it would die a death shortly after that, but it just hasn't. Everyone just keeps relentlessly saying it. So I who am I to, you know? Anyway, doesn't matter.
This is strange.
Yes, it's just, and it's such a strange word. But anyway, it's become its own thing. There you go. He fucked up the word strange as streamed, and I made fun of it, and now we're here.
Now we're here.
That's it. You got it. That's a much better and leaner way of
concise.
Saying. Very concise. Very concise.
Always be concise.
If you can be.
Still fits.
Yes. We were watching me play Life is Strange, and at one point, the character talked about noshing. Don't even remember this. I'd like to have a nosh, or let's nosh, or something. Said nosh, which then led into Kevin Nash and all that sort of stuff.
As all good things do.
As they do. So, nosh. And I was like, nosh. I bloody hate nosh. Noshing to mean eating something, to kind of like shovel it in, to nosh it.
Because noshing is also a colloquial for kissing, snogging.
Is it? You can nosh. I thought noshing was something...
It's eating like food.
Right.
And... it's not eating like you're thinking.
No, but it can be that.
Eating face.
Is
it? I don't think it's eating, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into this really, but I could. But like to nosh something, I mean, I've heard it be worse than that. But
I think it's probably just from the eating connotation more than it actually being a thing.
Yes. Suffice to say, I didn't... Yeah, I thought it was a colloquial term for other activity. Yes, so did I. So... Anyway, moving along as fast as we can, I suddenly realised, because Jaeger kept saying nosh at me constantly, when I said I don't like nosh, I then mentioned how I don't like the phrase tuck in. Because someone said to me, oh yeah, go on, tuck into some food, why don't you tuck into that? And I'm like, that tuck in just sounds...
Tuck into some nosh.
Right? And now, when I was in bed, I suddenly realised...
Can you make that noise again?
That you're going to hear it fucking soon because I'm going to tell you everything that I fucking hate. So what I realised was that tuck in just makes it sound so shitty and crappy and common and rubbish and crap. And then tuck in some nosh. And I was like, I fucking hate euphemisms or like kind of synonyms or slang terms for eating. Like another one is, right, so yeah, tucking in to have a bit of a tasty morsel, have a morsel, have a tuck in, have some nom. Have some nom. That's it. Nom.
I like nom.
Oh, it's very nommy. Oh, it's
I like
very
nom.
nommy. You sound like a fucking child. Nom on that. Nom on
That's the
it.
best bit.
Nosh away some nom. Why don't we? And it's like other things that people say. So nosh, nom, tuck in, are all terrible shit. Why do people think this is important? Fed and watered. Let's make sure we're all fed and watered, shall we?
Youth say scran now. That's a Geordie thing. That's been around for a long time, but it was, confined to Newcastle.
No one
That's a Geordie
should
thing.
ever be saying any of these words. Make sure we're fed and watered. Make sure... Fed and watered? We're not horses. You go to something and they say... Like, I would just say, shall we get some dinner? Shall we get some lunch? It's like, well, let's make sure we're all fed and watered. I'm like, no, let's not. Here's another one. Get your laughing tackle round that. Get your laughing tackle round that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Laughing tackle, presumably tackle meaning equipment like fishing tackle. Your laughing tackle being your mouth, although you might say your vocal cords are the thing that is actually producing the laugh. So what the fuck? But like, get your laughing tackle around that. Give that a nosh, right? Tuck right in, mate, on that morsel. Nommy nom nom. All these words are bullshit, and I want to yeet every single fucking one of them into the sea. No one should be saying any of these words.
As your, excellent accent would suggest, most of these are kind of, South London Cockney rhyming slang type things.
Yes.
Because apparently they're allergic to using real words and they have to beat around the bush.
I mean, who says these words? Do you say these words? Nobody really says these words. Nobody says... Oh, my God.
Can you throw doggo in at the same time? But that's a different etymology entirely, the whole doggo thing.
I mean, I know where you're going with that, and actually that kind of annoys me, but
Heckin' doggo, exactly what he said.
people really like that. You lost me at laughing tackle. I know. I mean that's bad enough, but yeah, so laughing tackle, i.e. the equipment you use to laugh with, your mouth, is... So get your mouth round this pie.
Yeah. You prefer papa? Well, you can have heckin' doggo or you can have papa.
People do
Pepperoni.
like those.
If you do not like the word doggo, then look up heckin' doggo memes and read a few, and then you'll change your mind.
So to conclude, I just don't like all these fucking synonyms for eating, and I just think it makes people sound fucking ridiculous when they say it.
Oh, absolutely.
I just think it makes you sound stupid.
See, I'm more inclined to let those people sound like total dickheads than to stop them and put them in the sea.
I see what you're saying.
It demarcates them as cunts.
Without
and I
them,
can
they'd
leave
be,
them in
they
the
might,
corner.
Oh, I like that even
Otherwise,
better.
they may infiltrate our
It
society
might be
of
clearer.
reasonable people who don't say.
If we get rid of them, they'd have to stop using them, and then we wouldn't know.
We've entered the twilight zone.
Well, maybe we won't. Maybe I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Yeah.
But it was only because we had nosh the other day, and I was laying in bed, and I was like, oh, I don't like nom either. I don't like fed and watered, and I don't like tuck in. I bloody hate tuck in. I just think it sounds fucking absurd. But now we seem to have gotten a whole doggo. I mean, not having a dog, but I did see a lot of memes about this.
Yeah, let me say I'm not a fan of dogs, but the heckin' doggo memes are wonderful and wholesome.
They're kind of fun.
Yeah, they're great.
But, yes. I mean, I will not say these words anyway, so it's kind of neither here nor there if they
That's
do.
good. It keeps you dry.
I don't gotta put these...
Oh, fuck, said Nosh. Better get in the fucking sea.
Nosh. How would you... Let's have some nosh. Have some tucker. Do you want some tucker? Do you want some tucker, mate? No, I don't want some tucker. I'll have some fucking food. I'm a grown-up. I once sat next to someone who used to say num 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 to herself quietly whenever she was bored. Oh, Jesus. Num 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 num.
If you have a dog, you say all sorts of ridiculous things. Cats too. I think it's any pet. You do start coming up with your own little language.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'd have punched the bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Num 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 num. Well, like that. Just like, oh my god. It's just words, isn't it? It's like when it comes down to a lot of this stuff, which we'll find on future episodes of this segment, are really just words that just grate on you, really.
I know someone who would refer to beer as a tinny. Might have a tinny. What a prick he was. I know that person.
Tinny.
That person is Reese.
I mean,
I think Reese calls them a tinny.
It's very Australian to have a tinny, I think. I think that comes up.
And a lot of these are like colloquialisms that have been stolen from other countries. And it's like, yeah, when an Australian says their own colloquialism, it's not so bad.
Yeah, when you watch Neighbours and Harold Bishop says, "Oh, do you want a tinny, mate?" I don't know. He might say that. Do anybody still watch Neighbours?
Does Harold Bishop have tinnies? I don't think he does.
He would never have a tinny. I would not have a tinny.
I'm pretty sure.
Madge,
yeah.
I wouldn't have a tinny.
When he reaches into the fridge of love, I'm sure he sometimes says, "I'm just going to grab a tinny from the fridge of love." I mean, if he were here to defend himself, then he could do that.
But he's not.
But he might be. I don't know.
Classic Reese. Get Reese in the sea. Didn't we throw him in already?
I did fish him back out again.
Oh.
But
you're so soft-hearted.
I know. Yeah, it's because otherwise I can't make him crash his truck into a ditch. Same with the focus there. They're going for a siesta. Isn't Harold Bishop dead? Fucking hell, Hannah. Spoilers.
He went missing in the early series, probably when you actually probably weren't born. Years ago, when I was a child, he went missing. But then
I stopped watching Neighbours.
They brought him back, but he might have since died again. Same with the folk who say they're going for a siesta when they're just going for a midday nap. Just say nap! Yeah, I'm down with that. Just going for a bit of a siesta. I just like... Why is that I do an impression of all these people are just terrible people when I say it?
Like if you say, gonna go slam cans with the lads over here, nobody know what the fuck you're talking about. Good. That's the world. That's a world in which I wish to live.
I don't want to slam a can.
When people say, I'm going to slam some cans with the lads, and I can just look at them blankly, and that's the world I want to be in.
It's like some words are just like. But mind you, the thing is, we say dig a lot. You know, I think that's formed. Like, well, I dig that.
Yeah, I say that. Yeah,
and I know that Duncan says it, and I think gradually we say it more. And I like it. I dig it. But, you know, I'm kind of presume other people might be like, we're not in the 70s anymore. Stop saying dig. So I guess it's all about what you think is reasonable to say and what you don't. Slam the cans with the lads sounds so weird and wrong. Yeah, I know.
Unless you're, going to practice your wrestling maneuvers and body slams with large kegs, large cans. Slam cans with the lads.
Bam.
Yeah. Blame Australia. I just think that's probably us, actually, mate.
In Scotland, gan for a bevy is prominently used. Hate it. Well, that does sound very Scottish. Sounds totally reasonable if you're Scottish, but you don't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean there's that whole kind of speaking in the Scottish colloquial type thing, which I'm totally fine if you do it in Scotland amongst other Scottish people. Don't bring that shit into internet like chat type places and speaking your weird Scottish language. No one understands.
Little cute girls
Scottish
here.
Twitter, for example. Yes. Little cute girls here. Miss Ice Lady's just arrived as well. Welcome in. Several things have gone in the sea, but I think we are about ready to leave our island.
Move on.
Yes.
There'll be more things put into the sea in future episodes.
And soon, when time becomes a thing.
Yeah.
There will be a sting for the Get in the Sea segment.
Yeah. So I feel now, with a quarter of an hour to go.
Mm-hmm. I love how we've extended this show. It used to be 10:30, and now now we're like 11, and at some point it's just gonna be
people are digging it.
It's fine. Yeah.
Let's go into the segment that we all enjoy and we like to call "Am I the Arsehole?"
Am I the asshole? No. It's the children who are wrong.
Now, I like both of these.
Yes, and you've chose them both this week, and I'm all over that because they were fucking brilliant. Now, you want to read the catch-up one?
I do.
Okay, so in that case, I will be going first. And again, left the fucking things on my printer, didn't I, like a dickhead? So I'm reading from my phone. So excuse me, but reading from my phone.
And if you haven't joined us before and you don't know this section, we take Am I the Arseholes from the Am I the Arsehole Reddit. and then we tell you what they are, and you can judge who the arsehole is, if there's an arsehole, blah, 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 and just generally have a little laugh with it. Okay? So, there you go.
Okay. Full disclosure, I kind of lost my shit just at reading the URL which had the title in it. Am I the arsehole for eating too many cucumbers? This is perhaps the most bizarre ITA post I have ever written, but I'm honestly so confused. Like, I feel I can't possibly be the arsehole, but then sometimes people are too blind to see their own flaws, so maybe I really am. For as long as I can remember, I've had this quirk. I guess you could call that I never snack on anything other than cucumber. I shouldn't say never technically, since socially I'll get an ice cream or eat a few chips at a party. I'm not a picky eater by any means, but my snack of choice has always been cucumbers. I eat pretty healthily anyways, so a lot of fruit and veggies are part of my diet. Since veggies are lower in calories, I have to eat a lot of them to eat enough. So I'll usually have some sliced cucumber in my purse that I munch on throughout the day, and I'll have a cucumber in my car that I just eat whole when I'm driving. Just like that. I go through several cucumber daily. Although it's not healthy, I've had days where I felt really depressed and overwhelmed, and I've binge eaten nothing but cucumber. I think I've eaten perhaps 35 on very extreme days.
35 cucumbers on one day?
This quirk has begun to drive my 22F, that's the op, boyfriend, 32 male, of 6 months insane. His words, not mine.
Welcome in, Lady Sorrow.
He says it's highly inappropriate to carry them everywhere with me. We spent last weekend at his parents' lake house, and I provided my own cucumber to snack on. One night before bed, I was in my room, gnawing on a cucumber like a savage, when his mother walked in. Under normal circumstances, I would never eat that around others. I'd slice it up. She was puzzled, but chuckled and said, "My, you do like cucumber." My boyfriend later told me that I humiliated him with my childish and immature eating habits. I told him that his mum caught me in a low moment. He was being ridiculous, since he eats a bag of chips every day and I don't bat an eye. He told me that chips were a normal snack, and whole cucumbers were deranged. He told me I needed to stop eating cucumbers and that my behaviour was becoming a deal breaker for him. I feel really bothered, but I think cucumbers are a weird hill to die on, and I don't want to lose my relationship. So, am I the arsehole? Edit. I'd just like to add that my boyfriend has never expressed any issue with my cucumber habits before now. The incident in question was around 8 PM. I was getting really hungry, and I don't know his family super well, so I didn't want to go rummaging / ask for a snack, and I didn't want to bother them by asking for a cutting board or something to cut up my cucumber because of my mild social anxiety. So I shut myself in the guest room, figured I'd snack on a cucumber quick. I don't usually go hide and eat cucumbers, but then his mum walked in looking for my boyfriend, presumably, and was a little surprised, but seemed amused and not upset or anything.
No, quite.
I honestly didn't think it would turn into such a big deal for him.
Tamzanakis, dump the boyfriend, eat what you like. Not the arsehole, but she may need therapy for a cucumber obsession. Not unreasonable.
Yeah. I think the problem that this dude actually has, and may not even realise it himself, is that cucumbers have adopted somewhat of a sexual connotation. And that if she's carrying around a cucumber with her on the daily, the suggestion might be to the dirty-minded that she is not eating the cucumber, or certainly not eating it in the way that is prescribed by nutrition.
Okay, this woman is fucking weird. I would say at least it's a healthy food, but my goodness, can you imagine someone knocking over their handbag and a whole cucumber falling out? Just dump him. You already have the cucumbers. She is noshing on it. See, it does my... Eating it as she's driving along. I don't think there's anything else you could do. You just be too distracted. I just think
You went into full Sideshow Bob mode there, by the way.
Did I?
Yeah, full Sideshow Bob standing on rakes mode.
One of my favourite Simpsons moments.
I love that episode so much.
Because what I love is like she goes like, you eat a bag of chips every day, and he's like, yeah, but that's normal. You're deranged. It's like, it is a good point. Like, what you consider a snack is like, well, society says that chips are okay, crisps are okay, but cucumbers aren't because I say so. That does strike me as someone who's going to get told to go fuck himself pretty fast.
They lost me at eating cucumber in the car. Yeah, I mean, surely you have to refrigerate a cucumber.
I mean, you can just sit around in the car, couldn't you? Probably
Does
eat.
it?
I mean,
they go like mushy and weird and stuff.
Probably doesn't last that long. They probably just get into a car and go, and
That's
it's done.
how many cucumbers this girl gets through.
She said at one point, on a bad day, it was 35 cucumbers.
Warm cucumber.
I love it. I'm going to say bad words to make Alex do that more often. Just like, I'm not a performing monkey, except I am a performing monkey. So yes. It's not healthy. Too many can cause damage to her renal system and more. She has issues. That seems like facts about, how do you know these things? It's not healthy to eat that many cucumbers.
I mean, if she's just eating cucumber, as with anything, no, she needs more variation.
Why
in her
does
diet,
she have?
Like, if you're just snacking on it between meals.
Yeah, if you're like, I had a normal meal, and in between things, I'm just like, have some.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like, especially recently with the healthy stuff, I just whack half a cucumber cut up.
It's like, see how relaxed I am now. I mean, imagine walking into a supermarket and buying 245. I mean, you wouldn't have that many in the store. Like, a store would have, like, how many would you imagine? Like 50?
100,
yeah. There's like, just like, there's. The supermarket workers will fuck you up.
But I mean, okay, it's weird. But still, I think she's fully entitled to be weird.
The thing that gets me here is that the boyfriend felt embarrassed that his mother had discovered her eating a cucumber when the mother... This is, once again, we've had this before, where the mother is fine with something, and is, as mothers often are, totally chilled and have seen everything already, so doesn't care. Also, I do get what you mean. Like, you go to someone you don't know very well.
She probably realised it could have been worse, and she could have walked in on his boyfriend's... her son's girlfriend doing much worse with a cucumber.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I do think that... like, she's like, oh, I didn't want to go down and like kind of have a snack, because I think that would be awkward if you're in a relationship and like, oh, I wanted to get something. I get her mentality in that one, but
that's not even as weird a thing, says Risky. I used to have a friend of a friend. He regularly invited anyone to join him in butt chugging a box of wine as a pre-game. So cucumbers seem pretty tame to me.
Butt chugging a box of wine. How do you butt?
I assume that is just a phrase. I don't think, or are they actually putting wine up their butt? Why?
How you have to explain more about? Because if you're just taking a box of wine and chugging it, that seems like a reasonable fucking game to me. He says.
Use a funnel.
So many can flush electrolytes, causing serious problems. I think one a day is recommended. You heard it here first.
Cool.
You would literally be walking away with a pallet of cucumber. I know.
It's exactly putting wine up your butt. Oh.
I'm not into that.
No, that does seem counterintuitive.
No. I would put wine in my mouth.
What does it... Do you get drunk from the wine in your butt?
I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Maybe...
I mean, you've got a whole
think
buttload, literally, of blood vessels down there. Surely that would...
Presumably drinking it is easier to get...
It's like people who...
Like
Shiraz. Oh, God. It's like when women
good.
soak tampons in vodka. See, I was going to go when people drink vodka through their eye, but...
What?
Is this actually a thing? People soak tampons in vodka?
Wouldn't that just make them expand because they're, they
expand with the liquid, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. What? Why would you... What? Like when... there's so many questions.
Where
what do you then do with it?
Gets to the bloodstream faster.
Right. No.
Okay.
No. No!
But why?
No!
Just drink the vodka!
No! I think we've hit an all-time fucking low here.
I'm
done. So, who's the...
Miss Ice Lady, for the love of God, don't fucking Google it. Honestly...
I'm so glad.
I haven't Googled it.
I'm so glad Ellie's here.
But don't. You do not want to find things that you will find.
I might just Google it. Do you want to see?
You can be my firewall.
Be my guest. Be my guest. Googling vodka tampons.
I turned you on at the right time, it appears. Yeah.
Oh my god. I know,
Yeah.
I'm not really. Each tampon soaked up about the equivalent of 2 shots of vodka. Physicians say the danger is in the amount of alcohol absorbed directly into the bloodstream. Yeah. I mean, as things go, I think I'd be more accepting of eating cucumbers than doing that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
just off the bat.
Yeah.
Hello, Nova.
Although
Welcome
I
in.
am intrigued by the calorie content. Could you potentially avoid the calories by ingesting the alcohol this way?
That is interesting. That is interesting. Please have safe search. I mean, it doesn't matter if you search for these things. I mean, who's looking on your phone? Nobody cares.
Butt tampon of rum. Tasty.
Oh my god.
And we found the name of today's episode. This episode of Don't Get Me Started is called Butt Tampon of Rum.
Oh my god. A tampon may not hold a lot of vodka, but what it does hold gets into your bloodstream quickly because it bypasses your stomach. And since it isn't absorbed by your stomach, you can't vomit it out if you've had too much.
That makes sense.
Miss Ice Lady, you're a
That
fucking
makes
wonder. Just think
Yeah.
you're very, very useful.
Elle started this, just to throw that out there.
Yeah, she did. Just thought I'd lighten the mood. Well, this is honestly...
I don't think it's lighter.
Normally, we're okay with everything. And I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
Liz, but like this hit me for a loop.
I didn't think we were going to beat fucking Virgin Boy piss eggs. From
No,
last
I
week,
didn't
to be
think we
honest.
beat Virgin Boy piss
We are,
eggs.
but we are at like somehow vodka tampons is more abhorrent than eggs cooked in the piss of virgin boys. I don't know how. Wait till my mum calls and asks what's new.
Well, it's the new craze we're all doing.
I mean, I did suggest during your mother's convalescence that she tune in to Don't Get Me Started,
Achievement
just to see what someone of the older generation thinks of our bullshit.
Captain Morganus.
Right. So Cucumber Girl,
That was the best one. I don't think we can top that. I'm glad I'm going to read this next one. But
but
honestly.
is Cucumber Girl the arsehole? That's
Is Cucumber... I don't think she's the
I don't
arsehole.
think she's the arsehole.
Not the arsehole.
I think she needs to put some salt on her cucumber to bring out the
I think
flavour
she
a
needs
little
to-
more, but
if-
other than that,
If she is literally only eating cucumber, I think she needs to not. But the
Bacasti, that's better.
there we are, nailed it.
We have a winner.
But if the boyfriend is being, I think the boyfriend's a bit of a dick because he can just be like,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to like make up shit about.
Yeah,
My
drop
mum was
that guy.
well annoyed. It's like, no, she wasn't. Chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
drop that guy. Fucking.
Right. She's not the asshole, but she does need to see a doctor.
Yes, it is a compulsion at this point. I think.
Yeah. Plus, there's so many other better foods out there.
Yeah, like
Strip cheese.
Yeah.
Right. I found this one as well. I love this so much. No, but excessive doesn't begin to cover 35 cucumbers in one day. I know that was an outlier, but even so, 35?
Yeah.
I couldn't eat one in a week. Oh my god. How do you start that? Oh my god. This tasteless, watery vegetable is my fucking jam. Right.
I like cucumber. Tastes good.
I think it's alright. Okay.
Better with a bit of salt, as I mentioned.
It's a bit... I did not know that. You're really into that. Mm-hmm. Right, I'm going to read this. I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it, okay? Am I the arsehole for not participating in my friend's scheme to convince a restaurant to buy his ketchup? My friend Zoltar, fake name, no kidding,
shit.
has been obsessed with ketchup ever since I met him. He is always trying out different recipes to make his own ketchup and getting me and all our friends to try them. Recently, he made his best ketchup yet. I tried it. It wasn't bad. It was ketchup. Now he has decided he is finally going to break into the ketchup game.
I've made it, Mark!
I'm going to break into the ketchup game. I like how the person's like, best ketchup yet. I tried it. It wasn't bad. He is convinced he's going to launch his own ketchup company and grow it to be one of the top providers of ketchup in the US. He literally has a photo of Heinz ketchup on a dartboard and he throws the darts at it and mutters things like, I'm coming for you.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Even
Fuck,
Rock-
I missed the dartboard.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Even Rocky needed ketchup.
Anyways, he has a scheme he wants me and the others to participate in. Essentially, it involves us all going to a restaurant, sitting at different tables, and enacting lines from a scene he wrote that will culminate in all of us trying and loving his ketchup and convincing his manager to buy it. He wants us all to memorise lines. So the gist of it is one guy is supposed to call over a waitress and say he likes the French fries, but hates the ketchup. I'm supposed to lean over from another table and say, sorry to butt in, ha, but I have to agree. I'm tired of this old-fashioned factory-produced ketchup. Where's the real tomato flavour? After a few other people do this, my friend is going to say, you guys wouldn't believe this, but I'm a ketchup chef, and I have a few samples. Would you want to give it a shot? At this point, everyone is supposed to try the ketchup and act astounded by it, and basically all exclaim, it's the best ketchup they've ever had. I am supposed to stand on my table and make a trumpet sound effect, and then yell to the entire restaurant, we have the best ketchup ever made over here, everyone come on over. One of the other people is supposed to get the manager of the place over, and we're all supposed to try to convince him or her to buy an order of my friend's ketchup. He is going to act surprised and embarrassed and try to tell us to stop putting this poor guy on the spot in regards to the manager. He then assumes he will make a huge sale. Then he wants to do the same operation at other places in town. I told him, no way am I doing this. I hate public speaking / acting and having attention focused on me. And also, the idea is just so fucking dumb and crazy to me. I told him that straight up. He acted offended and said I am ruining his dreams. I am astounded by this, but some of my friends agree and think he is showing hustle, and that we should all help him launch his ketchup business. Aside from his ketchup obsession, Zoltar is one of my best friends, but it seems our friendship is being ruined. A lot of people are telling me I'm a jerk for not going against his for going against his dream and not helping out. Am I the arsehole?
So, first thing, 2 words, ketchup chef.
By the way, I'm sorry to butt in, but I'm a ketchup chef. I happen to have some samples with me. Would you like to try them? Can we throw side hustle into Alex's banned list? I don't mind side hustle, actually.
Yeah, I like side hustle. As a man of exclusively side hustles, I like side hustles.
Every day he's hustling.
Yeah.
I don't know what... defo not the arsehole. I feel like they need to burst into song. Can I get a napkin, please? There's so much about this that I dig, but they're like... Also that he's like, I've made my best ketchup yet. And this person's like tried it and gone like, yeah, it's ketchup. Like, there isn't like anything special about it. It's just like, I've cracked it, guys.
Ketchup, glorious ketchup. This one tastes like tomato.
Like all of the others. I don't know what's worse, the ketchup obsession or the elaborate ruse to trick local restaurants. I do love how they're like...
Just walk into the fucking restaurant and be like, hi, I'm a ketchup chef. It's a real thing, totally. Don't stop laughing. And here is my selection of ketchups. It is 1 ketchup. Would you like to buy said ketchup? Oh, let's try it on a chip. No.
Yeah. Do you know, because they wouldn't need to do this. You just go to restaurants around town and go, by the way, I know you probably have supply, but if you'd like to test this, because when I work for breaks, people will come up with new kind of foods and like, you know, we know you get your cake from wherever you get it from now. But
actually, like, big supermarkets like Asda and Tesco are stupidly easily willing to give random people like appointments to sell their shit into the store, because at the end of the day, if they find cool shit and they sell it, they make a huge profit.
Can you just scroll just up a little bit, because I want to see what's going on? What apparently there's no such thing as a ketchup chef. That is certainly true. You cannot do that in a restaurant. No, it's true. You shouldn't. You can't.
Oh, and this is the other thing that could cause, inflammatory remarks. All depends on whether it's stored in the cupboard or the fridge.
Oh.
Now then. Where do we store our ketchup?
I think I have had mine in the fridge, but then sometimes it finds its way to the cupboard, and I really don't care where it goes, frankly. But I don't know what it's meant to be honest with you.
It apparently, according to the label,
not throwing away my
is supposed
ketchup.
to be in the fridge.
I think by the label, yes, it is.
These people obviously hate their teeth. That's all I'm saying. Why would you put cold thing on hot food?
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a good point.
It's meant to be at room temperature when eaten. So I'm not going to pre-pour it and then wait for it to warm up before I eat the ketchup. So it's going in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I've never had ketchup poisoning. I've not had any detrimental effects to storing my ketchup in the cupboard. I don't know anybody that's like, man, I was really sick last week. Oh yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, I got ketchup poisoning from keeping my ketchup in the cupboard. It's not a thing! Store it in the most common sense place. It's the cupboard.
But on the other hand, you do have to have the business stuff down before those meetings. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you'd have to go in and say, well, this is what I want to achieve.
Like a brand name for a start.
There's a guy who I was saying that there's a guy who I've seen in several of the Kent food fair things that happen in Canterbury and Hythe and stuff, who sells this stuff called, I think it's like mustardy ketchup, and I think it's something called like must up or something like that. And I've seen that in Morrison's now. So he's obviously and flogging that shit around. And by the way, whenever I go to these things, he's like, try the ketchup, you're going to enjoy it. And I go, okay. And then I get a little bit of the thing that he's given me to try it with. And then you go through the ritual of going, yes, it is nice. And then you don't buy any of it because I don't really need it because it just tastes like regular ketchup.
That's something that COVID killed was like sample trying things in supermarkets. Love that.
What I love, if you're at the delicatessen and someone's said, well, we want you to try this mature cheddar today. So cut up a load and put it on cocktail sticks. And then people come past...
And take 4.
And take...
Or is that just me?
Well, no, that's fine. But what I feel is they feel they need to take one and then justify the fact they've had a free sample by going, oh, that is nice. Oh, isn't that nice, Marjorie? Oh, that's lovely. No,
Would you like some? No.
No, because like they don't feel. Oh, I don't. And then they have to extract. Do you know what I mean? You have to feel. I just go and buy. I just don't buy one. Obviously, I just take one and eat one. I do not feel the need.
I
to
don't even communicate. I just literally like drive by, grab one.
Yeah, get some and go. I don't have to. But some people feel.
What do you think of that? It's all right.
Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I'm just
not
eating stuff
buying
for free.
any.
I'm just hungry. But people feel the need to justify what they've taken by going. That's
very nice.
That is,
yeah.
Like they're suddenly fucking food critics, and then they're like, I don't know if it's a bit nutty.
Notes of
I'm not
notes
sure.
of cheese in that cheese.
And then you have to apologise to the guy who's a delicatessen guy, like he gives a fuck.
No.
And just go, I won't, not on this occasion. No, I don't think it's for me on this occasion. As you're backing away, like just don't say anything. Just eat the free fucking cheese. Wait. Yes, Ellie. People who eat food whilst walking around a supermarket before they've purchased it and then scan the wrapper in the sea. Fuck me, I just can't get on. When I first saw that, I'm like, you can't eat it. You haven't bought it. And someone's like, getting a Mars bar and they're just eating the Mars bar. And I'm like...
The transaction is not complete until you've left the store.
So you haven't bought it.
Yeah,
you're just stealing things.
You haven't stolen it until you've left the store.
You haven't stolen it.
You haven't stolen it until you've left the store. As long as you pay for it at the end, it's all good.
But it's so weird.
I'm not sure why you'd want to.
I don't know why you want to.
Concentrate on the shopping and then eat afterwards. Super weird for me. Eat before you get there, then fine. But, unless it's like something you've got to weigh, like grapes. You can't eat grapes as you travel around the supermarket.
I used to work in Tesco's and scanning someone's wrapper was a huge pet peeve. I used to work in
if it's
supermarkets.
a chocolate bar or something, whatever. As long as you've got the entire wrapper to scan afterwards. I guess I don't care about that sort of shit. Who cares?
But I also just think, what the fuck? You were so hungry that you had to fucking...
And if you use the self-scan, it won't fucking wear the wrapper. Yeah, well, see previous. Fuck self-scan. Self-scan should go in the sea, actually. Fuck that shit.
It is... Yeah, do you know what? We can send the man to the moon, but we can't work out self-scan. And we've had self-scan for a long time now. And we still haven't got it right. We still can't get it right.
Weigh shit on self-scan.
It just doesn't. Nothing. It never works.
Trust us to put it in the fucking bag.
It never works.
Or don't bother at all. I think my mum used to feed us raw mushrooms to keep us quiet when we were small.
Man, what a terrible life.
Can you eat raw mushrooms?
You shouldn't be eating mushrooms at all.
Mushrooms are great when cooked.
It's in the fucking bagging area. This whole thing.
It's not unexpected. I put it there.
I put it in. I put some batteries into my bag. I put the bag down, as we went through the other day.
Almost sound like you said butt then, but go for it.
I
put some batteries in my butt.
I put some batteries in my butt, and I really got the effect straight into my butt, and I didn't vomit from them. I called them butteries. And so I put my bag in the bit, like we said with Morrison's. Then I step back because they says, put it in there and press done. And it says, we need to verify your bags. I'm like, why do you need to verify my bags? Because all you need to do is zero the scale, right? Because I've put it in, and then you zero. It effectively zeros the scale.
It is true. Why did these machines
No
give
one
a
needs to
fuck how many
verify.
bags you put there?
Once I put it in, all you're looking to do is not count that new weight against what you're putting in.
Yeah.
So when you say yes, it should just zero that out. So
Yeah.
we don't. So they don't need that bit. So
The
what the
amount
fuck
of
is wrong with
bags
you?
is actually irrelevant.
Totally irrelevant. And then after that, I put some batteries in, and it went well. Put the batteries in, but the batteries are actually very light. So there's me just like fucking chucking the batteries in the hopes that momentary kind of like weight will be enough. But they're just it's just like
I mentioned that last week when you like trying to yeet something onto it.
It's just really because there were those little tiny like 2032 batteries that you need for your scales. And battery, you know, oh fuck this shit.
That's another reason I'm getting rid of this chat thing is because it doesn't get rid of the spam links.
Yes. Oh yes, that's true.
Say goodbye to the that side. Say goodbye to the chat thing. It's going.
Yeah, we're getting rid of that. No more will I be kind of hidden by it slightly.
Ooh, so it's centered and nice.
The ban hammer was instantaneous. Yes,
That's,
it was.
Jez bought 4,000 for you.
Knows how to do it. So coming back to this ketchup dude, I just love the drama. Obviously, the theatre of it is something I enjoy very much. Where he's like written out these bits, and I love that the bloke's got to stand up on a table and go and make a trumpet sound. Like so, you get up and
This ketchup, I do declare, is the greatest ketchup in all the land.
like, why would you put that in there? Like so over the top. It's like we found the best ketchup. Honestly, I would like to see that video. I'd like to see all his friends who think that this side hustle is a good idea. Probably signed up for this little skit, which has found its way onto the internet, I would hope. But
I mean, I would probably get involved just for the lols of it, because I would totally like ham up, tongue in cheek, the acting, be like, "Oh, and what solution do you have to my ketchup problem, there, dear sir? Oh, you are a ketchup chef. Excellent.
chef
Do you perchance have a sample of your ketchup,
Why?
ketchup chef?"
takes out his coat and there's like ketchup all the way down.
Like, why are you talking about that like that, dude? Talking like what? We have never met before. I am interested in tasting your wonderful, juicy tomato-y ketchup. Please provide me with a sample post-haste.
Oh my god. I just think, obviously, we've got to the conclusion that the guy is not the arsehole for not taking part in the amazing theatre of this, but it does blow my mind.
Ketchup dude's the asshole.
Sometimes when we look at these things, we question whether they're actually real. So there is a question in my head that I don't know whether this one, but it just feels slightly credible that there is I can believe that we were talking about this earlier,
Yes.
that there's a dickhead out there that would definitely think this is a good idea.
Yeah, you think about your group of friends, and if you can attribute this nonsense to one of your group of friends, then it may possibly be real. And I can definitely think of people within my friendship group for whom might be the ketchup dickhead.
Like, just a ruse. It's just a ruse. It's just an amazing ruse. I just like, there's no need to do any of this. Anyway, so when Alex launches his line of pasta, who will be part of the sales kit? You can all be part of it. Yeah, we can all go into a pasta restaurant and go, has anyone... Oh my... I like the sauce on this pasta. The pasta's a bit dry. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. And I'll be like, well, I couldn't help overhearing that you don't like your pasta. I make my own line of pasta, and I've got some in my pockets here. There you go.
It's a bit linty, sorry.
Oh no, that's 5p. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to make any pasta and try and sell it.
I mean, I put my hand up, but I'm not going to have any part of trying to sell filled pasta.
I would eat it though.
No.
No, save science. Sorry, it's in the sea. Did we get rid of science? This is an arts only stream now. Love it. Well, I think that brings us kind of to an end. I saw a lot of chat going on that I missed, unfortunately, which went past too fast. That seemed to be Tamsanaki and Hannah having a chat about something, and the science-iness that is Goblin.
It is fine. We don't need to.
But we don't need
comment on everything.
No,
part
just
of it
like
is
to know
these
that
guys having a chat with each other.
I'm just saying
and
them.
enjoying the room.
That's
so
what I was gravitating
you
towards.
crack right on.
Have fun with that.
If you do need our attention, then the highlight my message thing is there.
Yes, just shout at us.
Yeah.
Alex is no longer Rudolph. Well, yeah, I'm kind of the same as I was yesterday, but we're not quite as saturated on this stream as I saturate myself in my other room in Studio B. I turn the saturation up to get all the colours popping. and that did mean the
Yeah,
minor.
which is why the colours aren't really kind of popping behind. They are more coloury here than they are on the screen.
Did Alex say he streams? I do stream, Tom Ridyard. I'm waiting for a shameless plug so I can follow. You can follow me.
He's done it.
Has he?
He's done the shout out.
Has he? Oh yes, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay. I hadn't got that far down. There you go. Always be chatting. You can find me there. Feel free to drop me a follow, and you can come and see more bullshit that I talk out of my mouth. Does that make Alex Sully? If you're Mike Wazowski, well, I guess so.
Mike Wazowski.
Cool, no doubt.
Okay. The year is 2021. You have come up with your own brand, not of ketchup, but of surströmming sauce.
Oh, God, please.
What is the name of your Always Be Chatting brand, surströmming sauce?
Sauce Stromming.